At 10 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. A heat advisory is in effect today. From now through 8 p.m., heat index values of up to 102 are expected. And sometime between 1 this afternoon and 9 tonight, PennDOT is expected to demolish what's left of the Commercial Street Bridge. We should find out when the explosion happens later today, unless it has been delayed, as Marty has just mentioned. A Butler County farmer says local produce is safe, as health officials are investigating 11 cases of cyclosporiasis. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
Sorgel's Orchards, Adamville, a sixth-generation Butler County farmer, tells the Big K Morning Show consumers shouldn't be afraid to buy fresh, locally grown produce.
We kind of push a lot of, if you know your farmer, you know your food. So you can come out to the farm at any point in time and meet me. I'm there and I'm the one growing it and the rest of my crew. So if you can kind of find the people you trust to grow your food, it's that much more comforting.
Health officials say anyone experiencing symptoms should contact their healthcare provider, while Vol reminds shoppers to thoroughly wash fresh produce before eating or preparing it. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
One of the three McKeesport High School football assistant coaches let go last month has filed a discrimination complaint against the district. Nick Lonegro argues he was fired because of his affiliation with the Church of Life in Christ. Now, that church has been embroiled in controversy after one of its members was convicted of murdering his girlfriend. Lonegro's complaint was filed with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. A big development on Capitol Hill on Tuesday in the debate over changing the time twice a year. As ABC's Sophie Lay reports, House lawmakers have passed a bill to keep daylight saving time going all year long.
The days of springing forward and falling back may be numbered. The House has voted to make daylight saving time permanent. The bill would end the twice-a-year clock change requirement and give way to the later sunsets we see from March to November. The bill has been a priority for President Trump.
If it passes the Senate and is then signed by the president, states could still choose to opt out. Well, the calendar may say July, but Scarehouse has Halloween in mind, partnering with the Plaza at North Shore for a month-long event in October. A Halloween Hangout is an admission-free event featuring a mix of family-friendly daytime activities and then intense nighttime scares with themed food, specialty drinks, and movie screenings. Also, Washington County commissioners are continuing to consider construction of an 18-hole mini-golf course at Mingo Creek County Park. The proposal was temporarily tabled in May after extensive public pushback. Now Commissioner Nick Sherman has suggested a poll of Washington County residents to let them decide if they want the attraction in a county park. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 229 points at 52,737. The S&P is up 33. The Nasdaq up 165 points. KDKA Sports, the World Cup semifinals continue this afternoon. Argentina and England are playing at 3 this afternoon in Atlanta. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Time to call Dina Schmid and Michael Coleman with One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for health insurance that can save you thousands. 80 and mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Between the daily demands of work, family needs, running a household, and more, you deserve some real relief at the end of the day. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have a wide variety of mattresses that are built to provide the ultimate in comfort and relief when you need it most. Mattresses that are hand-built locally using high-quality materials. Mattresses that are sold factory direct to offer you a great value. Mattresses that are designed to provide real relief to real people like you. Visit an Original Mattress Factory location today and get the rest you deserve tonight.
Hey folks, Marty here for Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. It's grilling season for the best burgers and lamb chops. I'm telling you, Salem's is the joint. The lamb chops are marinated to perfection with unbeatable flavor. And if you want juicy, mouth-watering burgers, you just gotta go to Salem's. All their meats are from locally sourced farms. Check out their entire menu at salemsmarketgrill.com. 2923 Penn Avenue in the Strip. Trust me, it's worth the trip to Salem.
Your journey to beautiful draperies should begin and end in one of my state-of-the-art Hunter Douglas galleries. This is Lisa. Whether you go to my Wexford or McMurray gallery, I am behind every blind and drapery order. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Let's chat. 1-888-952-NEST or simply book a free shop-at-home appointment. nestexpressions.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up, sister?
Hey, what's up, Marty? We are looking out live with the PennDOT cameras out over the intersection of Route 65, Ohio River Boulevard, and the McKees Rocks Bridge. We noticed a ton of traffic backing up on 65 southbound. You're getting delays right after you come out of Bellevue. So this is a multi-light delay. Looks like there's a vehicle in the right lane, and it's hard to tell. I do apologize. It might even be a police vehicle. Not sure. It's right at the intersection with the Rocks Bridge, and you are just having some heavy traffic as folks try to get around to the left as you travel there. Just a note for you with the detours around the Commercial Street Bridge project. If you are asking PRT to do the driving for you, check their park and ride lot listings before you head out the door. Some of the eastern suburban lots like Swissvale and Hamnets, park and ride station lots, reached full capacity quickly this morning, and so you might not have a spot to park if you want to ride with PRT. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory is in effect from noon through 8 this evening. For the rest of today, hazy sunshine becoming hot and humid, the high 92 to 96, with AccuWeather real field temperatures over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, low 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Robin, do me a favor, brother. Please play that clip with the county executive, Sarah Namrado. Please play that. Thanks. It's important.
Researchers anticipate that employers can expect about 1.7% of the workforce to qualify for the policy per year. So if you employ 100 people, that means about 1 or 2 people per year on average would qualify. I also have to say, I will be so disappointed in myself as the first county executive who will give birth in office to not be able to provide parental leave for other families who are struggling every day and just want that time to recover and to bond and to build their family.
Very emotional, Sarah Namrado. It's actually poignant and perfect timing to have my beautiful wife, Christine, here to make this discussion public. And I say public for several reasons. A lot of you folks know where I stand with Namrado. I'm not a fan of her policies. I'm not a fan of her leadership. And she has refused to appear on this show as a result. And that's fine. We all make choices. But Christine knows this because she's my wife and we talk about everything. To me, this is different. And I'm going to tell you why. And I sent Namrado a text about this as if that's relevant. I knew she was pregnant weeks ago and actually brought it up with you, sweetheart. Right?
You did. Yeah,
right?
We talked about it.
And knew all the information about who the father is and where he lived and blah, blah, blah. Who he works for, right?
Yeah, yeah. You always find out things first.
Well, regardless. And then I went to my boss, PJ, and I said, and I even called Fitz about this, because Fitz is my boy. We grew up together. And I wondered if that was important to tell the world that she's pregnant. Honestly, we mulled this over, did we not?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as a woman in the public eye,
Yep.
personally, I think it should be up to the woman when they're ready to make that announcement public.
And then what happens, and I agree with you, obviously, but then when personal becomes conflated with policy, then it becomes a discussion of conversation. And that becomes a paid paternal leave thing, 18 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost. And I'm offended, quite frankly, by the narrative that she would actually get pregnant to get this benefit.
Well, that makes absolutely no sense.
I find it ignorant by definition.
Yeah, it is.
Annoying, small-minded, low IQ kind of mentality. And a lot of my boys pushed me to go after her on this. I said no. Doesn't make me better. But we passed on breaking this news because here's why, honey. And I'm so glad you're here. The thing about the sanctity of having a baby and the miracle of it is that it is a miracle. And one of my closest friends and one of my relatives, two separate stories, have struggled mightily to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Massive issues. And it's very, very intense. It's very, very emotional. It's very, very scary. And then within Amarato, and again, we're not friends, so she has had difficulty getting pregnant. And she's a little older for this.
Yeah, she's 40.
And sweetheart, you know this because you've researched this, because you had babies a little bit older.
I did, yeah.
How old were you when you had Vince?
39.
Which, and I don't know
Almost
this
40.
stuff, but you knew. It's classified as, is it high risk, dear?
Geriatric, a higher risk than if you have it before 35. So both Chloe and Vince were the higher risk.
And we got married when I was older and she was older, and we took that risk, but it's very unnerving, is it not?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so for all those reasons, we decided not to make that story public. In fact, she said, Andy, she and my boy, same thing. They decided to pass because she was getting an exam last Friday to determine the viability of the pregnancy. And then I guess she went public with this last night and then went into this paid paternity leave situation. Look, I make a lot of decisions for a lot of reasons. Some of them are stupid, some of them are ignorant, some of them are bad. But I did send her a text. It's irrelevant whether or not I send her a text or whether she responds. And the truth of the matter is that she's high risk. It's very personal. Who the father is in my world is rather irrelevant, quite frankly, and very personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to go there. But we go there now because she made it public. And it gets into this whole medical leave situation, paternity leave.
Right. She announced it last night at the council meeting when they were discussing the maternity and paternity leave.
Look, I have disagreed with various decisions she's made, and she knows this, and her staff knows this, and they berate me for misspelling her name, putting an H on it, and that's fine. And she won't come on the show, and that's fine. That's irrelevant. But big picture in this scenario, there is nothing more significant in a woman's life ever than having a healthy baby. Is there, dear?
I mean, for me personally, I would absolutely agree. It's, like you said, it's a miracle. It's a blessing. And so I absolutely think that it should be up to that woman to decide when they want to make that public, whether they're a politician, a private person, a public person. You know, there are a lot of tests now that they do. Yep. And if you want to wait till you have more information and make sure that, like you said, it's viable or, you know, everything's going okay, that should be your right. I mean, obviously, sometimes you're showing, people might be gossiping, but in terms of, like, you know, our jobs as journalists, there are times where you might know information, but you choose to withhold it because there are things like this that are more personal, and it should be up to, you know, it should be up to that person when they want to make that public.
I passed on breaking that news. My boy PJ, who I love, our boss, said, we're never going to get awards. We're not going to win awards for telling someone's pregnant, because what it makes it is kind of an attack. And it's a beautiful thing to have a baby.
Oh, I'm so excited for her. I mean, what a blessing, really. It's so wonderful that so many more older women are able to have kids now. I mean, that's becoming much more common. And, whether it's IVF or just a lot of prenatal health, women are safely having kids much older now. And it's just wonderful because not everyone is, ready to have a baby younger, or like you and I wasn't even 31 or 32 when we got married. So, that was, for us, it wasn't something that was possible. So I'm really excited.
Now she's made this public now and brought into this conversation the paid leave. She's conflated the two issues, so now it becomes conversation and discussion and relevance and cost. Hang in there. I got JD coming in, John Delano, my man, and we're going to talk about this and other things that are relevant to you. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, my friend, what's up?
All right, Marty. So what's up is whatever disabled vehicle or traffic issue was happening around the Rocks Bridge on southbound 65 Ohio River Boulevard appears to have cleared itself, but you still have some heavy delays before Millerton Avenue as you try to make your way down toward that intersection and head toward downtown that way. Elsewhere around the commute, let's talk detour routes and travel times from 511pa.com around the Commercial Street Bridge project. The local detour through Swissvale, Rankin, Homestead, and also the area of 837. Well, that's a 37-minute commute from the eastern suburbs into downtown. Interstate detour through Wilkinsburg and Oakland's going to cost you 34 minutes, and the trek on the Turnpike and southbound 28, that's winning the prize right now. It's only a 32-minute ride. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. So when it comes to your heart, there's no room for compromise. At UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute, innovation, technology, and world-class expertise come together to treat the most complex heart cases, redefining what's possible for patients who need it most. Getting your heart checked can save your life. Schedule your appointment with the region's leader at upmc.com/heart.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children, in retirement, and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to install a mailbox. Let's go. But there's one critical step before digging. Wait, what? Call 811 to have utility companies mark their underground lines. Failure to do so will result in catastrophic gas line damage. This message will not self-destruct, but your yard might if you don't contact 811 before you dig. Visit pa1call.org.
I should have listened to the home message first.
So my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kenotic and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Researchers anticipate that employers can expect about 1.7% of the workforce to qualify for the policy per year. So if you employ 100 people, that means about 1 or 2 people per year on average would qualify. I also have to say, I will be so disappointed in myself as the first county executive who will give birth in office to not be able to provide parental leave for other families who are struggling every day and just want that time to recover and to bond and to build their family.
Bless her. I held off on breaking that news, and we detailed it with my wife. It was very personal. She struggled to have a baby. I know who the father is, but it becomes kind of grimy and sleazy when you get into that, and I just didn't feel that was my role. Look, I've done stupid things. I've broken stupid stories. We backed off this one, but what she did last night was she conflated the two issues. She's having a baby, and now we talk about the paid parental leave. From one of my people, would you be having the same pot-stirring conversation about Inamorado if she was a male county executive? Interesting. Who happen to have a pregnant wife while championing this leave legislation. What do you say, honey? Probably not.
That's kind of an interesting point. Yep. I mean, no. I mean, I doubt it. Yeah. But, I mean, first of all, the whole point of the leave is partly that now there's paternity leave. Yep. So typically, if a man's wife had a baby, he wasn't taking time off work. So if you were county executive, you wouldn't really have noticed much of a difference.
True. I got to grab the best there ever has been in terms of this kind of commentary and insight and maturity about breaking news. John Delano has kept more secrets to himself because he didn't think they were relevant to the public than anyone I know. And he's chuckling because it's true. But in this case, JD, she conflated the two issues, and it kind of sort of makes it open for public debate, does it not, sir?
Well, first of all, good morning to both of you. Yeah. It's a pleasure to be with your wife as well as you, Marty. So thank you again for having me on. And yes, of course, the story of the county executive's pregnancy has been known by a number of folks for a while, and I think you did absolutely the right thing. I think, first of all, I don't think it's appropriate to go around commenting on anybody's pregnancy, period. I just think that's unseemly.
Who the father is or where he lives, it's just...
Right. Yeah. Right, exactly. And, you know, information about who the father is and all of that stuff will come out eventually when she or he chooses to make it public. Yeah. And in the meantime, I say, you know, God bless a pregnancy.
Right on.
I think it's great.
Right on.
I think it's wonderful, and I salute the county executive. I think Sarah Inamorado has every right to be pregnant and every right to give birth, and I think it's great. The issue of the leave, you know, and I think Christine named it correctly because it's both maternity and paternity leave these days. And we didn't have paternity leave when I worked at KDKA and our kids were born, right, Marty?
You had 4 hours.
Yeah. Now we do. Yep. Now there is paternity leave through the station, and certainly that's as well as maternity leave. And so I think it's a legitimate public policy discussion.
Well, Phil DiLicente, who has a big law firm, says, "My man, I could move out of the city because of this, or the county, because this is going to cost so much." Yeah. So now this becomes a legitimate conversation, right?
Right. That's the public policy discussion, is the cost. Yep. Who bears the cost? Yep. How is it borne? And what is the impact on the economy in Allegheny County if a requirement goes into effect that they provide, I think was it 18 weeks? Is that the number?
Which is
which is a lot. That's a lot more than. I think normally it's 3 months.
You don't have to have any. You don't have to work there. How long? 30 days.
Yeah, 12 weeks has been the typical. Now there are companies like Paramount, who I work for, are extremely generous. They're giving even more than 18.
Yep.
But I do think that 18 is definitely a lot longer than the traditional 12.
And it's costly, right. JD. It's costly as hell.
It certainly is, and that's where I think the county council and those who have to make decisions about whether this is going to have impact here in Allegheny County or be implemented in Allegheny County, they have a really, really difficult decision to make. Because I think most people want this kind of leave. I don't think there's any question about it. We are behind other nations, but in other nations, the cost is picked up by the government.
It is.
Through the taxes, frankly.
Well, and John, do you think they could make exceptions for, say, smaller companies that obviously would feel the impact much differently? Because it seems to me that's where the big hang-up is. I mean, if you have 20 employees and you have even just one pregnant person, that's going to be a huge hit. Or even if, especially even smaller company. But then if you have hundreds, it's different.
Well, you're exactly right. And those exceptions have been made even up to businesses the size of 50 employees. Okay. So you can pick and choose what that number is. But yes, I think there's no question it impacts the smaller companies, the mom and pop shops, very much so. I mean, if you're an operation, you have 5-6 employees, it's going to be major devastation economically on you. And so I think there have to be limits and there have to be an understanding. And I think the question of how many weeks is also another one that's a legitimate concern. But the issue is a real issue, and I think that it's important, and I have no problems with county council debating this or Sarah Inamato advocating for it. I think that's what you'd expect.
Hey, JD, I know I dumped this on you late, but this is kind of happening. I wanted you to briefly mention, is it odd, and I know this is out of left field for a moment, for Lindsey Graham's sister to now be a senator with no political experience, sir?
Yeah, it's certainly unusual, but we've had situations, there have been 8 widows who have succeeded their husbands in the U.S. Senate.
Wow,
and they've been appointed. Many of them have been appointed by the governors because in most states, not every state, in most states the governors get to appoint an interim U.S. senator who serves until there's an election. That's what happened when Senator John Hines was killed in that horrible airplane crash. Governor Casey named somebody who served until the fall when there was an election. And Harris Wofford was appointed by the Governor Casey, and then he beat Dick Thornburg, if you'll remember, in 1991 to become the U.S. Senator. So it happens. The widows often get picked because of the name recognition. I think the most famous one is Muriel Humphrey. If you're old enough, everybody remembers Senator Hubert Humphrey. He was vice president under Lyndon Johnson, went back into the Senate from Minnesota, and then he died in office. And his spouse was appointed to fill the seat. The real question here with Darlene Graham, who is the sister of Lindsey, the late Senator Lindsey Graham, is whether she's going to run for the office. And that she has to make a decision very quickly because the Republican Party in South Carolina has set an August primary date to pick the replacement for Lindsey Graham, who was up for re-election this year.
Fault, JD. I went over. I love you, man. We miss you, man. You're the absolute best ever, brother.
Thanks, John.
Hey, good to be with you guys.
Love that man.
Fins Up Pittsburgh, Saturday, July 25th. Pittsburgh Brewing Company and U.S. Steel present Mango Rita in Paradise, a Jimmy Buffett tribute concert featuring Buffett Beach and a summer party on the Allegheny River. Enjoy live music, a Mango Rita bar, food trucks, giveaways, beach vibes, and Icy Light Mango and Icy Light Berry. VIP and general admission tickets are on sale now. It's 21 and over, rain or shine. Get your tickets today at pittsburghbrewing.com/events and escape to paradise. Sponsored by Pittsburgh Brewing Company and U.S. Steel.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
80 with mostly cloudy skies at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The war with Iran is intensifying today, with CENTCOM announcing the U.S. has completed another round of strikes on Iran's coastal defense systems. President Trump told Fox News more military action is coming.
Next week it gets really bad for them because next week comes the power plants. Next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges unless they get to the table and negotiate.
An Iranian attack early today triggered missile alerts in Bahrain and Kuwait, and Jordan says it shot down 3 incoming missiles. President Trump is seemingly contradicting the decision to pause traffic stops by ICE agents. In a social media post early today, the president says Immigration and Customs Enforcement should continue traffic stops. The pause was announced yesterday after the recent shooting deaths of 2 people by ICE agents in Texas and Maine. A new $1 million investment aims to strengthen the region's network of food pantries and hunger relief programs. With that story, here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is launching the Gismondi Food Bank Academy after receiving a $1 million gift from the Gismondi Foundation, created by Pittsburgh attorney John Gismondi and his wife Lisa. The academy will provide training, educational resources, and an annual conference for more than 1,000 food pantries and community partners across 11 counties. Food bank leaders say the investment comes as demand for food assistance continues to reach record levels and will help local organizations better serve neighbors facing hunger. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 256 points at 52,764. The S&P up about 30 points now, and the NASDAQ is up 129. KDKA Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
The uncertainty that clouded the job market last year appears to be melting away.
All indicators show high pent-up demand, unemployment remaining low, and job openings still above the norm.
Michelle Reisdorf of the Robert Half Company says a few sectors are staffing up.
Healthcare still remains really strong. Technology, obviously a key component with AI.
I'm Rob Hart.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
What makes TD Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until Tootie arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. Tootie Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, yeah, they use AI. Attorney intelligence. Folks, they have doctors on staff to investigate their medical malpractice cases and their product liability cases. They've won some of the biggest awards in Pennsylvania. It's a commitment to excellence. A commitment to winning at Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
In retirement, there's only two things that matter: income and growing your money. You don't spend a portfolio. You spend reliable, predictable cash flow month after month. I'm Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We specialize in retirement income strategies built to help protect what you've earned and turn savings into sustainable income. As a fiduciary, our job is to make sure that you don't run out of money and you've got a strategy to keep pace with inflation. To learn more, claim your copy of my complimentary book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is I have a couple of accidents here, Marty. One just coming to me now. Bear with me. This is on Bennett Street in the East Hills, the 8,000 block, so that puts it near Conemaugh. Watch out for the crews who are rolling up on scene there. We have an accident in Neville Township in the 5200 block of Grand Avenue near Neville Road, so crews are on scene there. Do yourselves a favor, folks. If you're going to let PRT do the driving for you around the Commercial Street Bridge project, please visit rideprt.org before you head out the door. PRT reported about 2 hours ago, in fact more than 2 hours ago, that some of its park and ride lots were reaching full capacity, and we don't want you to get caught in that same issue. We want you to be able to find a place to park and catch a bus. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We have a heat advisory this afternoon through 8 this evening. Hazy sunshine, hot to humid with a high of 92 to 96, and those AccuWeather real field temperatures topping 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, though just 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Stop smoking, no cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Walk in a smoker, walk out free. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday. It's hot again. We won't talk about that too much, but a zillion other things. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDK.
Before I get to the smartest man I know, Ron Layton, and this ICE stuff, I want to mention two things. There are discussions being had right now with PennDOT and the folks who are supposed to implode that bridge today. They're talking about delaying it again. I don't know why. I'm not privy to that, but there's discussion right now of delaying it again. Who knows why? It's not easy. Number two, the level of crime committed in our culture is kind of disgusting and vile. And my cop sources tell me that morons, cockroaches, while these guys are working their asses off on that project, right? While they're working, these idiots are sneaking into their site and vandalizing their trucks. Someone needs to go down there and kick their asses while they're doing this. Find something else to steal, jagoffs. It absolutely shakes me to the core that we live in a culture now where idiots are sitting there thinking, oh, you know, those PennDOT guys are working. We can steal crap from their trucks. Stop it. Jesus. Please play this ICE clip. I want listen to this ABC piece. It's actually very relevant.
Tonight, new images of that deadly ICE shooting in Maine. The car slowly going in circles as agents chase it and finally stop it with their SUV, then pull the driver from the car. Those agents not wearing body cameras. It was the second time in a week that ICE killed a person who was not the target they were pursuing. And now DHS is ordering a pause for most vehicle stops. Sources tell ABC News.
Please, because it's irrelevant, because Trump maybe had an extra cup of coffee, just changed his mind and now says, yeah, do the traffic stops again. Part of the problem with being an ICE agent, Ron Layton served 4 presidents, forgot more about security than any of these ICE agents will ever know. Ron, your take about the stops, about the body cams, and the number of ICE-involved shootings. Please, sir, thanks for joining us.
Christine and Marty, good morning, and thanks for having me back on KDKA. So there are a couple of things to take in mind here. Number one, since September of 2018, DHS policy, in essence, says that you can't shoot at cars. It kind of mirrors the DEA, marshals, FBI policy. Everybody's use of force policy is very similar. However, in the way that these policies are constructed, there are always exceptions. And the exceptions are things like if a car is weaponized. But it also says don't do things like put yourself in front of the car, so now that your only option is to be able to shoot. But bottom line is, ask any big city chief, we don't shoot at cars.
By the way, this is why I love them. That's what they say in Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
Yeah, because now you've weaponized a out-of-control 3,500-pound bullet. So here's the other thing that I'm waiting for someone else to say. Let's talk about the nature of a car stop. You stop a car, and then the car decides to be non-compliant, which we cops hate. We're only ever looking for compliance. But that car decides to take off. And when that car takes off, now the classification or taxonomy is changed, and now it's a pursuit. So these are the national numbers for police pursuits. Out of every 100 pursuits, 40 end in crashes.
Whoa.
So 40% of the time you're going to wreck that car. And when you wreck that car, 20% of there are going to be 20% of injuries that will result from that. But the point is, I have something called it's our bad cop luck. I call it the little sister or the poor luck, right? Yeah. You're going to try to stop that car. That car is going to hit a family in a cross section or T-bone somebody, and then that chief and that mayor have to get on television that night and explain why all of a sudden it was smart to pursue that particular vehicle. And what's the result? We've got a family that's been killed. So the point is simply this. Why are you continuing to do something that basically has a 40% default rate? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Let's get to the shootings. From one of my boys in ICE. There are officer-involved shootings every day all over the country. We're in the streets like regular cops, ramp up encounters, and you up the chances of critical incidents. Your response, sir?
The only reason they're ramping up encounters is to make their numbers.
Boom.
So what we see is a consistent comparison between the current president and former President Obama in terms of numbers. There's one through line that actually is important to highlight. It's a guy, I don't know him well, but I've been in a lot of meetings with him. It's Tom Homan. Yeah. Mr. Obama was able to make those numbers because Tom Homan decided that it was a good idea to grab guys in court. Because he's a law.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Yeah, go. Yeah.
All the time. However, there is an optic associated with swarm techniques, grabbing guys out of cars. There are some people who might think that it acts as a deterrent effect. It actually scares the hell out of the population. But they've decided to do this. So you got the same people in terms of leadership, in terms of Tom Homan. Now, he's the czar. But Tom Homan is a skilled politician, and he is simply giving the president what he wants. That's it.
So you're saying there are other ways they could get these people without having to possibly involve force or violence?
Well, there's the reduction of the risk of violence is a lot less in the courtroom setting because, for one, you've already gone through the magnetometers. And if you're getting, and here's an important piece, Christine, if you're getting along with the local authorities, they simply are going to just turn those individuals over right after the court proceeding. It's a lot safer to do it that way than have to grab guys on the street. Now, ICE guys aren't stupid. I know that if I stop a van, there's 4 guys in that van, and now I got 4 bodies. So those numbers are what really is the motivating factor here.
And Ron,
but they're not doing it in the same way.
Ron, something you're really good at, training. My ICE fellas say, look, I've been a cop before for 10 years. I know what I'm doing. A lot of my guys don't. That's fair, isn't it? The training, right?
Well, yeah. So what happens when the situation is riskier, you need more training. And here, what do I mean by that? these pursuits, like the 40% that end in crashes, oftentimes people will flee out, obviously, because they get warrants or they don't want to get caught or they got dope or a gun or something like that in the car. But any big city chief will tell you plainclothes units that pull over cars are highly problematic, because what that actor is going to say, I didn't know who the hell you were.
Wow.
And
And that's what they said in this case, yeah.
Well, I would say it too. And the truth is, if you are in a situation that depends on where you are in the country, but if you're in a situation where there are things like kidnappings, or if they think that you're in a drug vehicle and they're looking to rip you off, you have no idea who those people are. I've been pulled over 70 times, and every time I've been pulled over by somebody who's in plain clothes, I've always asked for a uniform. I've identified myself. I put my hands on the steering wheel, and I've said respectfully, sir, I have no idea who you are. Please call a uniformed car.
Wow.
The point is that the risk profile associated with a plainclothes unit that pulls over a car, and the thing is, they're not really pulling over cars in a standard way. You're seeing a lot of blocking and ramming techniques, those kinds of things. Uniform cars don't do that, not until a pursuit starts. So in some ways, to the actor, it almost is like you are initiating the violent encounter before you even get out of the car.
Ron, can you hang, brother? Can you hang?
I can, yes.
I got to ask him a couple more things. Ron, were you really pulled over 70 times?
At least, yeah.
Because you're black, right?
I can't tell you why they did it. I can simply say that I've been pulled over 70 times.
Can I say that, and you can say you're probably not wrong?
Well, you can put it this way. I have been told to avoid. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to say that.
Hold on.
But however,
how many times have you turned down for promotion, Ron? Come on, Ron.
27.
Thank you. All because he's black. That's a fact, Jack. He'll be back. Truth to power, man. My man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, what's up is we want to get to this accident here in Neville Township. You do have crews on the scene, a lot of crews actually, in the 5200 block of Grand Avenue near Neville Road. And we do have the delays for you as you're trying to get around the Commercial Street Bridge project, of course. Trying to take a look here at our travel times, and it looks like, I'm going to fess up, this is live radio. We got to roll with the punches. I'm having a little trouble with my app right now, so I can tell you that if you are taking the mass transit route, going to let PRT do the driving for you, check with PRT.org before you head out the door to try to find a park and ride spot. A lot of their lots in those eastern suburbs on that so-called local detour have filled up, and you might not be able to find a place to park, or you need to search for a better place to park to grab that bus. With AAA Traffic, I'm Edlin Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look who has extra pep in their step.
Well, I just finished my to-do list. Gas tank is full, tonight's dinner plans are set, grocery shopping is complete, and I even got everything for those barbecues and pool parties we have planned. You know what's even better?
What?
Every one of those stops gets me a bit of money back.
How are you doing that?
By using Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app where I earn cash back on gas, groceries, and dining out. They even gave me a cashback bonus on my first grocery trip.
So that extra pep comes from all that cash back. Looks like I need to download Upside.
You really do.
Earn cash back on errands and everyday essentials. Download Upside and use promo code TUNEIN5 to earn an extra $5 cash back on your first purchase at one of over 100,000 available locations. That's promo code TUNEIN5 for an extra $5 cash back. Remember, use promo code TUNEIN5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
We're talking with Joe Sabulis from Highwood Cemetery about cemetery care. Joe, can you please explain your perpetual care fund to us?
Sure. A perpetual care fund is a trust established by cemeteries to ensure ongoing maintenance of burial grounds and mausoleums forever. We set aside 15% of the sale price of burial lots and other cemetery items. Income generated from this fund is used to cover costs like mowing lawns, road repair, and other essential upkeep after all the remaining burial plots have been sold.
So people with lots at Highwood Cemetery can be assured that there are sufficient funds to maintain the cemetery in the future?
Yes, at Highwood Cemetery, our perpetual care fund is in excess of $1 million. A third-party trustee, a fiduciary, is responsible for managing the fund. Everything your family has at Highwood Cemetery will be protected by our perpetual care fund.
You can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
Folks, you know how I feel about CCAC. I know 2 nurses right now, no debt, working right now at UPMC CCAC grads. Check this out. They also offer 17 degree programs and 15 certificate programs completed online through their virtual campus. They cover the same content as on-campus or hybrid classes and are taught by CCAC faculty. Check it out. CCAC rocks.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
With all due respect to Trump, and I know you folks love him, and that's your business. But what happened, we've all had weird bosses that make bizarre decisions and change their minds after they fart. So I get texts from my friends in ICE that they were told yesterday morning, no more moving stops. That was the policy. Then this morning, Trump wakes up and has a couple of cheeseburgers and decides, we're going to have the moving policy. Makes it pretty difficult to be an ICE agent. So now what the hell are they supposed to do? Ron Layton, who was in Trump's presence quite a bit. It ain't easy, is it, Ron, when you're out there trying to do your job and your job changes on the hour, sir?
Well, what's difficult are the ICE guys have been given a mandate, and they're executing that mandate. And I'm going to go back to something I said in the first segment. We cops only ever want compliance.
Nice.
And what's hard is when you're going after a population of people, first of all, you're going to make mistakes because of the volume. You had somebody who cited, look, we're going to get into more stuff because we're doing more things. That, of course, is true. But you have a lot. So federal agents, we don't pull over that many cars. It's really not what we do. So when it happens, again, it usually is going to go to a training issue. Yeah. And again, plainclothes units that pull cars over are going to be difficult. Now, the other thing too is when Mr. Trump said that, he basically just cut out the legs of his new Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen. So it's going to make. Yeah, he did in a big way. So it's difficult when. Here's the other thing too. Immigration is the signature that and no more wars. Immigration and the economy were the signature issues of the Trump presidency. And because of some of the shootings and what we've seen thus far, where we've seen people like Kristi Noem say that these people were domestic terrorists, and then you look at the tape and you go, I have no idea what she's talking about. All of that has turned public opinion because exterior enforcement tactics, what you do on the border, that doesn't work for interior policing. I mean, we've seen that. But the point is, when this happens, they have taken this issue and turned it upside down. And so now we've got a difficult situation where they're still trying to make those numbers that I'm just going to call the Obama numbers. They're difficult to make when you've got sideways with the local police department. Because what you could do is simply say, get on the radio, call a local police, and have a uniform car pull those cars over instead of you trying to do it.
There you go.
But you can't do that. You can't do that in a city where the chief or the mayor has said no cooperation with ICE.
Ron, what about body cameras? I thought they were supposed to be wearing body cameras, but in both these two recent cases, they weren't. What's going on?
What's going on is they just decided not to do it.
Right.
It's just that simple. Let me give you another example. In criminal interviews in a lot of local police departments, they will record the confession or the interview. It actually makes for good television on shows like Cops and detective shows, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. But in the federal system, secrets. I mean, I interviewed hundreds of these things. None of mine were ever recorded.
Whoa.
FBI doesn't record them.
Whoa.
We just don't do it in the federal system. So that may be the next thing that you'll see. But the point is, a federal agency, as long as you're doing what's in the Constitution, there's nothing in the Constitution that says that you have to have a body camera. Nothing. And they're not doing it.
The ICE guy sent me this note. It's actually fascinating. So they've shot and killed about 10 suspects in a year. 52 since Trump's been in office, 500 days. Their comeback doesn't mean anything, Marty. Regular cops kill 11 to 1,300 citizens a year. Are those arguments valid, sir?
So they're absolutely valid. But what I'm going to tell you is every shooting has to be viewed in isolation in the totality of circumstance. Yeah. I was embarrassed as a former federal law enforcement officer when the shooting happened in Minneapolis and that poor woman was shot. Yeah. When the car drove by her, he called her the B word, did not render aid, and then they whisked him off. I've never seen anything like that. So that it's not the shooting, it's whether it's justified.
Ron Layton pulled over 70 times, passed over for promotion. He should be head of Secret Service right now 30 times.
I was close.
Smartest man I've ever known.
Thank you,
brother.
Ron.
Peace. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Be well.
Truth to power.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Summer's here. The sun is shining, the road is calling, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride at Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. Whether you're planning beach trips, family vacations, or just enjoying every mile of summer, Bowser Chevrolet has the Chevy you've been waiting for. And right now at Bowser Chevrolet, qualifying buyers can drive home with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments until Labor Day. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $490 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Come to Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville and take a test drive. That's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
At Habitat for Humanity, we believe home is where you find peace, stability, and safety. But 1 in 3 people on Earth woke up today without a good home. Let's open the door to opportunity. Visit Habitat.org to learn more. That's Habitat.org.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
82 and partly cloudy skies. It's 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A heat advisory is in effect today through 8 p.m. Heat index values of up to 102 are expected. Right now, the heat index is at 86. Today's planned demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge may be delayed. Sources tell KDK's Marty Griffin, PennDOT, and other officials are meeting at this hour to discuss overnight vandalism at the worksite. The plan was to demolish what is left of the structure on the Parkway East sometime between 1 this afternoon and 9 tonight. New this hour, President Donald Trump has overturned the suspension of most ICE traffic stops. The confirmation from the White House to Fox News this morning. Yesterday, the Homeland Security Department ordered a pause in traffic stops by immigration agents following fatal shootings in Maine and Texas. In a social media post early today, the president called traffic stops one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools. Allegheny County health officials are investigating several cases of a rare parasitic intestinal illness. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The Allegheny County Health Department says it has confirmed 11 cases of cyclosporiasis and is working with state and federal health officials to determine whether they're connected. The illness is caused by the parasite cyclospora and is typically linked to contaminated food or water, not person-to-person spread. Symptoms include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, fatigue, loss of appetite, and weight loss, usually developing about a week after exposure. If you develop symptoms, health officials say to contact your healthcare provider. The illness requires special testing to diagnose and is treated with a prescription antibiotic. Residents are also reminded to thoroughly wash fresh produce before eating or preparing it. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
The Mars Area School District and its teachers union remain deeply divided over a new collective bargaining agreement. The previous contract expired at the end of June. There have been more than 20 bargaining sessions over a year and a half, but the two sides have yet to agree on pay and health care. The school board offered a 3-year contract with 3.5% annual raises, but the union wants a longer deal starting with a 6% wage increase. A company once known as Govini is investing $10 million to expand its Pittsburgh presence. The announcement from the newly renamed AIR came Tuesday at the Pennsylvania Defense and Innovation Summit in Carlisle. A Business Times report says AIR is leasing the entire 6th floor of the Vision on 15th building in the Strip. Also, a related story, President Trump will visit the Defense Summit today at the Army War College. He plans to highlight major investments by top firms in battlefield technology. That summit organized by U.S. Senator Dave McCormick. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 198 points at 52,707. The S&P is up 13 and the Nasdaq up 51 points. KDKA Sports, the World Cup semifinals continue this afternoon. Argentina and England will play at 3 p.m. in Atlanta. And we've just learned the Penguins are opening the 2026-27 season in Philadelphia on September 30th. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. 82 and partly cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Do you remember 1981? MTV was launched, Dan Marino was the quarterback for the Pitt Panthers, and PGT Trucking was established in Beaver County. It's hard to believe that was 45 years ago. Since 1981, PGT Trucking has been an industry leader in flatbed transportation, providing quality jobs for drivers, diesel technicians, and office staff in Western PA. Join the PGT Proud Professionals today. Find out more at pgttrucking.com.
Former PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Oh, my goodness. We have a couple of accidents here. More than a couple of accidents, Marty. So crews are just rolling up on the scene of a vehicle into a structure accident. This sounds like a pretty serious one in Ingram Borough. So to the western suburbs there, southwestern suburbs on West Prospect Avenue, very near the intersection with Thorndale Street. So crews rolling up on the scene, more dispatch to the scene. So be prepared for it to be busy and slow there. We have an accident in Neville Township with a ton of vehicles on scene to help with that. The 5300 block of Grand Avenue near Neville Road is that one. And we have an accident in Pitcairn on Britton Avenue at Broadway Boulevard. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory this afternoon and evening. Rest of today will feature hazy sunshine that'll be hot and humid, highs in the low to mid-90s with real feels over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, though 73. Hazy sun and some clouds tomorrow. A hot day, but turning less humid in the afternoon, the high 93. Smoke from wildfires may reduce the air quality at times tonight and tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Nest Expressions Window Fashion's greatest summer promotion. Free motorization on silhouette and pirouette shades going on right now. 1-888-952-NEST or nestexpressions.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This paid paternity leave is a massive issue for businesses. Sarah Namorado did two things last night. She announced she was pregnant, fine. And then she conflated two issues. She's pregnant with this 18 weeks paid parental leave. And then she threw this ridiculous study out that they won't give us a copy of it. And I'm demanding, listen to what she says about this study. Listen.
Researchers anticipate that employers can expect about 1.7% of the workforce to qualify for the policy per year. So if you employ 100 people, that means about 1 or 2 people per year on average would qualify. I also have to say, I will be so disappointed in myself as the first county executive who will give birth in office to not be able to provide parental leave for other families who are struggling every day and just want that time to recover and to bond and to build their family.
Yeah, you could pay for it. She's screwed. And I'll tell you why for several reasons. Number one, this will crush businesses. And that crap study, I want to see it. I'm asking for it. I want to see this crap research. Number two, along with a massive tax increase to pay for that, she's going to have to raise $100 million for 20 years to make up for the pension that's in the crapper, too. And this notion that it won't really affect businesses, one of the best attorneys in America and one of my boys, Phil DeLucente, has been very upfront and very open about this. Phil, I'm glad she's pregnant. God bless her. But at the end of the day, this ain't 1.7 people per 100 employees that qualifies, is it now, sir? Is it?
Well, you know, Marty, thanks for having me, and congratulations to her. That's a big deal in anyone's life. But I have to say, I'm a little taken back. Studies, just like polls, as we have learned in the last 10 years, are completely inaccurate.
Boom.
That will be telling. But I'm also concerned with the potential of persons to view this as self-dealing. This just happens to miraculously come out. The timing was horrendous.
Hold on. This is actually beautiful. This is why he's so damn insightful. Because now what happens, Philly, and you know this, every woman out there's like, oh, maybe we should pass this, right? Right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. And I think a lot of men, too. But, you know, and then the theory is, and it's so typical, if you attack it, you're attacking her. Now, everybody knows Sarah's a nice woman, but that doesn't mean just because somebody's nice. And this is what I can't get through everybody's doggone head in this country. Okay, so you're nice. Okay, so you're a good person. That doesn't mean that your political actions that involve hundreds, if not close to 1 million people, are not affected. We have to start separating that you're not attacking somebody personally, but you're challenging the basis and fundamental rights of someone who is not just employed, but who is the employer. And so we consistently have this argument, whether it be on anything. And it's almost, you know, I use the phrase bereft of intelligence because, you know, it's oh, you're mean, you're attacking them.
Boom.
No.
Boom.
No.
Make it Phil's a bad guy because all Sarah wants is to have a healthy, happy baby that she can stay at home with.
But when did we, like, how did this get conflated?
Right.
I mean, they're two separate things.
They are.
But what I was trying to say earlier is the study will be very telling, but nonetheless, this is essentially something that I was told on your show that was recommended by the health department, okay?
Yes, sir.
So the health department now, once again, just like during COVID, is now making recommendations that will affect tens of thousands of people. And when you are in that political vacuum and you're only dealing with the county, unfortunately, because you've never owned a company, unfortunately, you haven't broken your back since you were 15 years old.
It's so true.
What happens is you only look at it from a political standpoint or the governmental entity that you represent. You don't look at it from private industry. And so the private industry needs to speak up. And, you know, county council, we saw that they had bad press and retracted various things recently involving spending. And I think we need to continually and systematically attest to this. And here's my other problem with leaders, and it's Democrats and Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, nobody could say I'm one or the other. Take a stance.
Thank you.
You don't always have to be loved in this world. Actually, the people that make change in this world aren't loved, but they're respected and sometimes feared. That's not a bad thing. Fear's not a bad thing. And so I don't know how we got here. And, how about this, Marty? Is this a novel idea? When's the last time you saw county council, the CEO, or for that matter, any political body that's locally, I'm not picking on them, that has made it so that businesses that actually pay the majority of taxes in the city and county, that they did something they passed to benefit them? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I got to research it.
But here's what I think. Phil, I don't think we've heard enough voices of men like you that run a business that could get screwed by insane costs of this.
Because they're afraid.
Right on.
Everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid. Nobody wants to speak up. You're going to be attacked. And you know what? That's fine. But, we need to show the same courage in this country that our forefathers who left a British, monarchy and started speaking their minds. Not in a mean way. We don't have to, be soft and gentle about our statements. They have to be logical, deductive reasoning utilized, and there be debate on it instead of just kowtowing that I'm not going to be liked or I'm going to be attacked. Well, okay, that's life, man. I mean, life's rough.
But Phil, when guys like you start pulling the trigger and saying, I'm moving my law firm to Wexford, it'll be too late for them to say, hey, Phil, can you come back? Phil, please, please, Phil.
Well, no, and I know because I've been in those circles. They say, well, that, small business here, small business here. The guys that, Demcheck from PNC,
right on.
Mellon Bank of New York. Look what happened with Mellon Bank, right? You knew the day, anytime you start to see a CEO of one of the biggest companies in Pittsburgh move to New York or move to one of these other, guess what happens with the rest of the company?
Bye-bye.
It might take a decade. But we got to wake up, man.
Right on.
Is this the most pressing item that's facing our county and region? And I'll tell you one thing I do want to give kudos to. Mayor O'Connor has been unbelievable. He's had police during traffic at night, just like Ravenstall did. He's really doing a lot of great things.
Fan.
And I really,
Big fan.
I mean, you notice it in Pittsburgh.
He's a player, and he gives a damn. Phil D., my brother, thanks, my man.
All right, have a great day.
You better start listening to guys like him before guys like him are gone and hanging out in Wexford. Fact. It's reality, man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up? We'll do the accident roster first. One in Neville Township in the 5300 block of Grand Avenue near Neville Road. Crews still on the scene there. And in Pitcairn on Britton Avenue at Broadway Boulevard, where there's an accident there. Let's talk about travel times for your detours around the Commercial Street Bridge project. If you are coming into town on that local detour through Swissvale, Rankin, also heading through Homestead and then back up through Squirrel Hill, that is the longest drive right now from the eastern suburbs to downtown. It's a 33-minute trek. On the interstate detour through Wilkinsburg and Oakland, that's a 31-minute ride. And if you're going to use the Turnpike and Route 28 southbound from the eastern suburbs, that's a 31-minute drive into the Golden Triangle. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Hey, this is Calvin.
And Sam.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
We're looking for experienced deck builders and lead carpenters who want to build high-end outdoor spaces without all the headaches. We specialize in premium decks, covered porch roofs, outdoor living spaces, and custom exterior projects. These are the kind of jobs that you'll actually be proud to put your name on.
And we pay fast.
Apply today at callthecousins.com/careers.
That's callthecousins.com/careers.
Call the Cousins. Get Marty is brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law. This report brought to you by NJM Insurance.
If you dread dealing with your insurance more than you dread yard work, with a swarm of hungry mosquitoes buzzing around, then you might have insuranoia. You should have NJM Insurance. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Summer is a great time to create a new and improved version of you. Summer fruits and vegetables, being outside, longer days, all work to your advantage of being your best self. But don't be your own worst enemy and put it off. Today is the day, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's never come. Call me today at 1-800-900-THIN and love the new and vibrant you.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Workdays work better with food, and not just any food. The good stuff. That's why there's Easy Cater, the workplace food platform where you can order from a huge variety of great restaurants for any group size, anytime, anywhere, all in one place. Whether it's gourmet deli trays for the client meeting, spicy noodles for the night shift, tacos for the weekend crew, or a big box of brownies to tell your team, thank you. Just use Easy Cater. One platform to feed them all and feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Look, we collectively wish Sarah nothing but the best. I hope she has a healthy, happy baby. God bless her. She's a little older, not disrespecting her age, but if you heard my wife, once you're past 35, you get to be high risk, and she's pushing, I think she's 40. No disrespect to her age, it becomes high risk. But what happens now is she conflates the two issues and makes this kind of a empathy campaign. And I'm not saying it's intentional, but it sure comes off as, oh my God, she's having a baby, let's support this. Paid paternity leave and maternity leave. My issue is cost. Men like Phil, who works 90 hours a week on a slow week, no exaggeration, who has an insanely committed staff, and they're in this gorgeous building downtown. I think he has 2 floors, and he's growing rapidly. He's legit, seriously saying, I'm going to look in Wexford because I'm not paying this crap. And it's a legitimate concern. And he's spot on. And by the way, most of the cities, states that have this, it's funded by some state program. She wants you to pay with even more taxes. It ain't right.
Kind of stuck in there.
Anthony, good morning, sir. Thanks for calling.
Well, Marty,
look, my wife's a 30-year county employee, so I knew she was pregnant a long time ago. I could have discussed it, but it was none of my business to do that. But I said at the time, well, this is all self-serving. And she already gets a generous package. She gets 12 weeks herself.
Right on.
Plus, she's giving half of the staff working from home.
Right.
She's been very generous with the work from home for the county. So, so they're trying to do an ordinance because, I was at one of those meetings. They wouldn't let anybody who was dissenting talk.
Oh, no. Hold on. They really did. They push you to the bottom of the list or off the list altogether.
Yes. They hit you and boo you if you're even talking amongst yourselves about this subject. And I said at the time, it's an unfunded mandate.
It is.
And it hurts businesses. If you got 3 or 4 employees, you can't have
you're screwed. You have to shut down. You have to shut down.
Right. But they don't care, Marty. The Democratic Socialists don't care about business. Listen, people, you can be altruistic all you want, but you can't be altruistic with other people's money.
Right on.
And that's what they're doing here.
And my man, throw this into we almost have a 50% tax increase. Throw this into, she's going to have to come up with $100 million a year for 20 years just to fund the pension. We're screwed.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
But see, she's trying to go around the state. Remember, the state has not allowed this.
Right
they haven't come off their own. So she's trying to go around the state, and the state would never offer you. Folks, listen to this. It's 4 months paid time off. So when they say 18 weeks, that sounds, that sounds banana. It's 4 months out of a 12-month year. Plus, you notice it's been awfully quiet, the unions. Because the unions know they already got a generous package. Now they'll get 18 weeks, too. They don't care. It is ugly, but we pay for it.
There's no doubt we're screwed.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, your buddy in Texas, Ross Perot, once told us that sucking sound will be businesses leaving Allegheny County. And that's what's going to happen.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no businesses in Allegheny County no more. Thanks, Anthony.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
My man. Again, we're getting hammered because we have a declining population. We have a declining economy. We have a declining number of jobs. We have a declining tax base. You cannot tax your way out of this stuff. And when you do, you become, oh, yeah, that's that city that taxes the hell out of you. You can't move there. Why do you think South Point is exploding? Huh? Why do you think Cranberry and Wexford and Butler County are exploding? Huh? Why do you think they're gaining jobs and population? Huh? Taxes. Period. End of story. Bottom line.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. A Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
Sometimes you discover a product that changes your life. Harmony Organic Insect Control. My fear of fleas and ticks is over. Harmony also kills spiders, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stink bugs, lantern flies, and more. Nothing is safer. Nothing works better than Harmony. End the painful scratching that torments your pet. Spray Harmony on your pet's clothing, sofa, curtains, and pillows. Harmony Organic Insect Control also works outside in your garden. Get Harmony. Visit participating True Value hardware stores or online at harmonyoic.com.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
82 with cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Today's planned demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge may be delayed. Sources tell KDKA's Marty Griffin, PennDOT, and other officials are meeting to discuss overnight vandalism at the work site. Now, the plan was to demolish what's left of the structure on the Parkway East sometime between 1 this afternoon and 9 tonight. New this hour, police in Pine Township are asking residents to lock their vehicles after a new series of break-ins. It's the latest in a string of vandalism and theft in the Pittsburgh area. Just in the last year, we've reported on incidents in Plum Borough in June, downtown and Verona in April, Oakdale and downtown again in February, and Brookline in November. In each instance, police advised residents to lock their vehicles at night. A big development on Capitol Hill Tuesday in the debate over changing the time twice a year. As ABC's Sophie Flay reports, House lawmakers have passed a bill to keep daylight saving time going all year long.
The days of springing forward and falling back may be numbered. The House has voted to make daylight saving time permanent. The bill would end the twice-a-year clock change requirement and give way to the later sunsets we see from March to November. The bill has been a priority for President Trump.
If it passes the Senate and is signed by the president, states could choose to opt out. The calendar says July, but Scarehouse has Halloween in mind. They're partnering with the Plaza at North Shore for a month-long event in October. Halloween Hangout is admission-free and features a mix of family-friendly daytime activities along with intense nighttime scares with food, specialty drinks, and movie screenings. Washington County commissioners are continuing to consider construction of an 18-hole mini golf course at Mingo Creek County Park. The proposal was temporarily tabled in May after extensive public pushback. Commissioner Nick Sherman has suggested a poll of Washington County residents to let them decide if they want the attraction. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 171 points at 52,680. The S&P up 16 points, and the NASDAQ is up 97. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We went to a gorgeous high school graduation party. They had beautiful custom cakes, beautiful custom cookies, all handmade, all bespoke, all of its special order from Oakmont Bakery. Now's the time to do that. And this is the place to do that. They're ready to make your perfect cake. OakmontBakery.com for trendy designs. Check it out. It's delicious. So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, they help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
This July, celebrate red, white, and blue along with beautifully made custom window treatments from La China Drapery and Blind Factory. For over 60 years, La China has been manufacturing custom draperies in their own Dormont factory, filled with thousands of yards of quality fabrics. Visit La China's Dormont or Wexford showrooms, tour their factory, or schedule free shop-at-home service. From measuring to professional installation, La China does it all. Call 412-665-4900 or go to lachinadrapery.com.
Former PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's going on?
What's going on, Marty, is we still have a couple of accident scenes with a ton of crews on the scene of each. Neville Township, this is a busy one, 5300 block of Grand Avenue near Neville Road, and an accident still being cleared in Pitcairn from Britton Avenue where it intersects with Broadway Boulevard. The travel times for you around the Commercial Street Bridge closure, that local detour through the eastern suburbs, that's about a 34-minute ride for you coming through Swissvale, Rankin, Homestead, and Squirrel Hill. The interstate detour through Wilkinsburg and Oakland is now a 31-minute ride from the eastern suburbs to downtown. And if you're using the Turnpike and 28 southbound, that's a 32-minute trek. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory is in effect from noon through 8 this evening. For the rest of today, hazy sunshine becoming hot and humid, the high 92 to 96, with AccuWeather real feel temperatures over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, low 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday. It's hot again. We won't talk about that too much, but a zillion other things. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDKA.
I know several folks that use CCAC to get a completely different career. 2 women, a mother-daughter team that we became friends with. They're both nurses working right now at UPMC. Both of them went to the CCAC at the same time. They have no debt, which is insane. I'm a big fan of this because I know so many young people that are burdened with debt. In fact, as a tie-in, this is actually shocking. For the first time in American history, most young people 30 and under are living with mom and dad. It's never happened before. Why? Paying back student loans. They can't afford a home. So, to that point, I had to mention, this is so friggin' cool. CCAC has this virtual campus. Check this out. 17 degree programs, 15 certificate programs, entirely online, you have no excuse. This is so cool. I love it. Millie Rodriguez. How are you, Millie?
I'm great. How are you, Marty?
Wow. CCAC Dean of Virtual Campus. Millie, this is about the coolest thing we've talked about recently. How does this work, and what can you achieve virtually?
Yeah, you mentioned it. We have, as you mentioned, 17 degree programs and 15 certificates that students can come and earn a full degree, associate's degree online, and what we call asynchronous format, meaning they never have to log in at a particular time or day. They just need to be completing the work as prescribed by their instructor. So, and we have amazing options for them. You can get a degree in computer information systems, business, cybersecurity, criminal justice, just to name a few. And we're super supportive here at the virtual campus to make sure that that student experience from a distance is just like you get when you walk through the doors here at one of our CCAC campuses.
Man, this is cool.
Yeah.
And if you're homebound or have transportation issues or working a job or raising a family, I mean, this is the deal, right?
That's right. So if you are unable to take traditional classes, perhaps, as you mentioned, you're limited in your transportation, you work full time, you've got kids during, the day, or even at night, this would be the perfect option for you to come and earn that degree, at a time that's most convenient for you, right from home, maybe in your PJs, and really get a great quality educational experience at an affordable price when it's good for you. So that's what we can offer here at the virtual campus.
Millie Rodriguez, who is the dean of the virtual campus. So give me a typical day of someone pursuing one of these degrees and how it could work, how this would play out in a typical day of learning.
Sure. So typically, as with traditional courses, you have a schedule that you need to meet, typically identified in what's called the course syllabus, with whatever it is that's supposed to be covered in that week. So a typical day for a student who is online might look like waking up, getting the kids off to school, putting themselves together for work. Coming home, we have a majority of our students doing classwork after kids are asleep at night or after dinner. And so they're able to log in and dedicate that time when it's most appropriate for them. And that would be what a typical day looks like. Essentially, you go about your regular business and kind of fit education into your life at those spaces where you're not busy doing something else, which is fantastic, right? And it really gives that access to people that might not have it otherwise because of their busy lives. There's just not time, right? You can't always make the time to go to school.
And
but
by the
with
way,
an online program, you can.
Millie, the degrees you mentioned are relative as hell and timely and significant. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so we try to stay as relevant as we can with the programs that we offer. And again, one of our main goals is to make sure that as an online learner, you're experiencing the same kind of environment you would if you were a face-to-face student. So you're getting the same kind of outcomes that you would if you were in the classrooms physically.
Millie, can you estimate how many hours a day this takes?
It really depends based on the, the degree program. But as with a traditional class, let's say it's the 3-hour credit course, you would devote those 3 hours per week, plus like maybe an hour to 2 a day in getting that extra work done, the reading, the writing. It is something where you do have to be a disciplined student. So there's not somebody always prodding you to do what you need to do. But yeah, if you set aside a couple hours a day, you can be incredibly successful in the online environment.
And I could get one of these degrees for a couple $1,000s.
That's right. So community college is yes, absolutely. We, are as affordable as coming into the campuses, maybe even more so because you don't have the overhead of, your car payment, your gas. So yeah, you're still sitting at home in your jammies. So that is absolutely going to be an affordable option for students if they're looking for a great way to either retool, reskill, do something that they want to do at an affordable price. Not only is the virtual campus a great option, but CCAC as a whole.
Hey, my producer, my man Patrick, he said this might be a dumb question, but it is relevant. Do I have to be in Allegheny County to take this?
You do not. Allegheny County residents do get a tuition reduction. So those folks that, let's say I live in Butler County, my daughter takes classes at CCAC. We pay a little bit of a premium for her to do that because we're Butler County residents, but it's not an exorbitant amount. It's still way more affordable than anything you're going to get anywhere else.
Millie, I love it. It's exciting as hell.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can say you have no more excuses. You just don't.
Right. And I can't stress enough, reach out to us. We're here to help you, to guide you if you have questions. We have an awesome open house coming up next Tuesday night, specific for our virtual learners. It's at 6 p.m. Because we know they're working during the day. So if that's something that your listeners are interested in, please have them join us next week. You can go to the events page at CCAC and learn more about how to connect. But, we are here to help them. We want them to be as successful as they would be on the ground.
I love it.
And yeah,
Rodriguez.
it's a wonderful way.
CCAC, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I talk them up all the time because of what you just said. So you leave school with a degree and you owe $2,000. Hello. Come on. The nursing thing's insane. If you get a nursing degree and it costs you $150,000, you leave CCAC with a nursing degree and you owe nothing. Hello. Just saying. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
We are just saying, Marty, that there is more construction in the world right now other than this massive commercial street bridge project, of course. And so we don't want to miss out on telling you about some stuff related to the I-79 Route 910 Wexford Interchange project. They're, of course, doing lots of beam placement over the interstate. And so tonight and tomorrow night, from 7 in the evening until 6 the following mornings, heads up for this. Northbound 79 will be reduced to a single lane of traffic between the on and off ramps there. Not too tough, right? Well, they're also going to do four 30-minute traffic stoppages of those lanes of travel and that off ramp throughout the overnight hours. So police will be on hand to direct traffic, but obviously those stoppages will slow your go, so plan accordingly. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children, in retirement, and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayElderLaw.com, GrayElderLaw.com.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446, the PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
So this is a hot dog. A glizzy, but bigger. It's a hot dog, but it's a bigger hot dog. So they're calling it the Big Glizzy.
Is it glizzy or gleazy? You keep screwing me up.
I'm sorry. The Big Glizzy. Okay? he was.
This may be the first time Skeen's ever had a glizzy.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Is it soda or is it pop? The very question has baffled philosophers for centuries. At Red Ribbon, we call it soda pop. Coming from a time when every small community had their own soda pop shop to call their own, we bottle Pittsburgh's pop with the same quality and standards as we did when the first bottles rolled off the line in 1904. Made with cane sugar, Red Ribbon Cherry Pop will take you back, way back. Look for our products at any Giant Eagle or Giant Eagle Market District, and always remember to drink Red Ribbon.
What makes Tootie Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until Tootie arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. Tootie Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Denton's Cohen & Grigsby has tapped Lindsay Buchanan to serve as leader of its labor and employment practice. Buchanan, who is a shareholder at the downtown law firm, succeeds Robert Coddington at the helm of the group. Denton's Cohen & Grigsby said he had held the role for many years, but did not provide specifics. Coddington continues to practice full-time. He had come aboard in 2007 after 20 years at Reed Smith. Buchanan joins the firm, then known as Cohen & Grigsby, in 2014 after earning her JD at the University of Virginia Law School and has built her career there. Also, a Pittsburgh real estate lender powered by AI is being brought by a publicly traded blockchain native capital marketplace for tokenized assets in a $717 million transaction. Figure Technology Solutions said it has a definitive agreement to acquire Kiavi. The deal is expected to close pending regulatory and other approvals. Figure, on July 9th, announced the pricing of a private offering of senior notes expected to result in about $587.5 million in net proceeds that the company intends to use to fund the cash consideration payable in connection to the acquisition of Kiavi. The closing of the issuance is expected to occur on July 14th, subject to customary closing conditions. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm trying to confirm of the plans for the demolition of that bridge today. They're debating it. I'm not picking on PennDOT. I think they've done a wonderful job in keeping people in the loop. I don't know that business, but I know it's incredibly difficult to do something like that, and they've done amazing work. I also know they've had morons down there. Zone 4 cops were called there several times. Several times. Let me read this. Trucks vandalized along Commercial Street while they're working. So you have these men and women out there working their asses off, trying to get this bridge moved, which is insanely tough. You have morons going down there and vandalizing their trucks. Come on, man. Come on, man. We've lost our minds. I wanted to grab Patrick real quick because he's been providing us with some riveting video from Phoenix. First, there was a dust storm. Then they had monsoons. Then his cars were covered in dust. My man, I'm looking at crazy hot numbers, like record-breaking heat all across the South and Southwest. Are you having folks sick and or dying from the heat, or have they adapted to this kind of craziness, Patrick?
No, in fact, it's actually cooler than it has been here. So we're hovering around. Let's see. Right now, it's 99. The high today.
The irony of him saying cooler at 99 is right.
Well, a week ago it was 118. So
whoa.
When you factor in a 20-degree difference, it's a huge difference, huge deal.
Wow.
So the high today is 110.
110.
So, but they're pretty well acclimated to it here. You know, there are people that do get overcome, people that get out there hiking and get in trouble.
Do they?
But,
I saw them. They had to rescue some folks. Is that
well, for the most part, I think it is for the most part, or people that are vacationing or playing tourist, and they get out there thinking, "Hey, I'm this big badass. I can do this," and oops, they didn't hydrate and they overdid it, and now they're in trouble.
It's interesting you should say this because, as you know, my wife's family has had a home in the area of Aspen forever. And I've gone out there many times, and I think I'm in shape because I work out so much. And you're not ready for that. Number one, it dries you out, so you have to hydrate. And number two, the high altitude. So I would get dizzy. People have passed out. So you have to acclimate. Do you not, sir, when you get into heat like that?
You absolutely do. And then, you know, right now with the way the weather is, you get these afternoon, storm swells, and the humidity jumps from 0 to, 100 because you've got some of these downpours and thunderstorms that pop in.
You told me the other day, do you actually have monsoon season?
Yeah, it's officially monsoon season across parts of Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah. So these really intense afternoon storms will pop up, and it's just a full-on deluge.
So have you acclimated? I saw you swimming the other day. Do you do it at certain times? I mean, swimming's fine, but if it's 120 degrees, that's still hot. Have you acclimated to the time you decide you're going to get physical activity, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pop in the morning for a swim or in the late afternoon, early evening when it starts to cool down. And by cool down, I mean it gets to about 100, 102.
Oh.
And the water temperature is in the upper 80s, so it is a nice cooling refresher.
Wow. Today's report from Phoenix, monsoons. What's that?
But I'm not getting out on the mountain bike.
What's that insane cloud called?
The Haboob, the big dust storm.
And before he goes, he's working on a video right now that Max actually shot over a homeless encampment that, quite frankly, kind of shocked me, Patrick. Kind of a little tease. Tell people what you're seeing in this video that kind of scared both of us.
Yeah, I didn't notice it the first time around because I just turned it around for us. But he zooms in on these guys in the homeless camp, and one of them's got a rifle or a pellet gun in his hand. It looks like they're getting ready to try and shoot the drone down.
Doesn't look like a pellet gun to me. Thanks, Patrick. We'll be right back.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft shoes, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Find Mirafast today at your local retailer. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, yeah, they use AI. Attorney intelligence. Folks, they have doctors on staff to investigate their medical malpractice cases and their product liability cases. They've won some of the biggest awards in Pennsylvania. It's a commitment to excellence, a commitment to winning at Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
85 with partly cloudy skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A heat advisory is in effect today now through 8 p.m. Heat index values of up to 102 are expected. Right now, that number is 90. Today's planned demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge may be delayed. Sources tell KDK's Marty Griffin, PennDOT, and other officials have been meeting to discuss overnight vandalism at the worksite. The plan is to demolish what is left of the structure on the Parkway East sometime between 1 this afternoon and 9 tonight. President Donald Trump has overturned the suspension of most ICE traffic stops. The confirmation from the White House to Fox News this morning. Yesterday, the Homeland Security Department ordered a pause in traffic stops by immigration agents following fatal shootings in Maine and Texas. In a social media post early today, the president called traffic stops one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools. A deadly pedestrian accident is under investigation in Washington County. The coroner's office says 86-year-old Robert Cohn was struck by a vehicle around 9:30 Tuesday morning as he was crossing Cecil Henderson Road to get his mail. He died at the scene. Political analyst John Delano says the issue of family leave is a legitimate public policy discussion. In an earlier discussion with KDK's Marty Griffin, Delano said it's important for county council to discuss who bears the cost and what will be the impact on the economy and Allegheny County.
And that's where I think the county council and those who have to make decisions about whether this is going to be implemented in Allegheny County, they have a really, really difficult decision to make. Because I think most people want this kind of leave. I don't think there's any question about it. We are behind other nations, but in other nations, the cost is picked up by the government.
It is. Delano says he has no problem with County Executive Sarah Innamorato advocating for family leave or doing so while pregnant. The state budget package signed by Governor Josh Shapiro on Sunday contains a measure mandating recess for children. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has that story.
Shapiro says a quality education isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about common sense.
Common sense says that kids need more time to play and to socialize and to interact with one another. That's why I'm incredibly thankful to the legislature who came together on a bipartisan basis and passed, as part of this budget package, something I called for in my budget address, and that is a mandatory recess for K to 5th grade all throughout Pennsylvania.
The law now requires schools to give K through 5 students at least 30 minutes of recess every school day. Tamara Rush News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 116 points at 52,625. The S&P up 3 points now, and the Nasdaq is up 41. KDKA Sports, the World Cup semifinals continue this afternoon. Argentina and England will play at 3 p.m. in Atlanta. Also, the Penguins are opening their season next, the 26-27 season in Philadelphia. That will be on September 30th. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman with One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873. If you recently lost your health insurance or don't have coverage through an employer. 85 and partly cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AccuWeather's forecast is next.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been in the financial planning industry for 22 years. Before that, I was a golf pro. And being a golf pro meant I was away a lot, which left my dear wife, Barb, home alone to do the extraordinary job of raising our 2 kids. I really had no idea how wonderful they were until they were all grown up. They are smart, respectful, and kind. My son Lester and daughter Sarah both work with me here at Botkin Family Wealth Management. They work hard and have a wonderful relationship with one another, with me, and with our many clients. I can't take any credit for how they turned out. That was all Barb. But I am thoroughly enjoying spending each day with them now. We work as a team for our clients and hope to get to meet you one of these days. Find out more at BotkinFamilyWealth.com. That's Botkin, B-O-T-K-I-N, BotkinFamilyWealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory is in effect from noon through 8 this evening. For the rest of today, hazy sunshine becoming hot and humid, the high 92 to 96, with AccuWeather real field temperatures over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, low 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round-trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
Hey, it's Marty, folks. So much about summer I love. Long days, barbecues, evenings on the patio. You know how the air conditioning's running overtime. You know what you need? Windows, folks. The best windows. Universal Windows Direct. Right now. Buy 4, get 4 free. 48 months of zero interest financing, same as cash. Handcrafted for your home. Universal Windows Direct, 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct, the best.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I want to read some of these headlines. It's kind of gross, but it's real, and it's becoming more real and more local. Parasite that causes explosive diarrhea detected in El Paso, Texas. Explosive diarrhea parasite reported in South Carolina. Okay. Explosive diarrhea outbreak puts Taco Bell under scrutiny. Okay. Dozens hospitalized with cycloporiasis. Okay. Explosive diarrhea. Explosive diarrhea parasite, what to know about it. Listen to this network piece. Listen.
There are currently 1,645 confirmed cases of this intestinal illness, cyclosporiasis, in the U.S., according to the CDC, with over 5,000 more suspected. The CDC warning that number could keep rising through the summer because it can take a week or two for symptoms to show.
We anticipate continuing to see cases increase, possibly through the end of August.
Cyclosporiasis is a parasitic intestinal illness that causes fatigue, fever, and uncomfortable explosive stomach upset. Cases of the parasite have been reported in 34 states, from New York to California, but the most cases are in Michigan, where investigators suspect lettuce may be behind the outbreak.
All right, we got
eaten
it.
a salad out at a restaurant.
I wanted to grab Don Yealy, one of my boys, and the chief medical officer with UPMC. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me on today, Marty.
Hey, Doc. What is this? And now I'm seeing cases in our area, sir. Is that accurate?
We are seeing cases in the area, and I'm certain there's many more around because we don't routinely test for this. There are many, many different intestinal infections, whether it be a virus, a parasite, a bacteria, that overlap. In other words, the symptoms are very, very similar. And for many of them, testing doesn't really guide what we'll be doing. So, A, I'm sure it's here, and B, I'm sure there's more of it here than we even know about.
I'm reading that this is really difficult and lasts a long time. What are you hearing, sir? What are the symptoms and what does happen?
So it's a parasite, and it goes into the small intestine. So when you eat, food goes through your food pipe into your stomach. Often it's sterilized in the stomach because of the acid. And then it goes into many feet of small bowel, which is where a lot of digestion happens. There's lots of fluids, and eventually the last few feet are the large bowel. It sits in that small bowel, and it makes things uncomfortable. You feel bloated. And since that's where a lot of the digestion is, the amount of fluid that can be added to things gets incredible, and that's where you get the explosive diarrhea. Here's the rub, Marty. You're often not sick for at least a week or two after you come in contact with this parasite. Most other things, you feel sick within a few days, so it's easier to track down where it came from. Because if I asked you, what did you have 2 days ago versus what you have a week and a half ago, you'd probably give a higher fidelity answer to a couple days ago. That's the challenge here.
Hey, Doc, to that point, my wife eats all those boxed salads where the lettuce comes in a container, and she's wondering she should throw all this away. And then they're saying it might be related somehow to Taco Bell, so they're not serving certain lettuce. What confounds me, sir, is here we are at least a weekend, and they still don't know the specific origin. Why is that so hard, sir?
Because of the delay between exposure and when you begin to have the symptoms start to do the detective work. That's not unusual for this particular pathogen. Lettuce and fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, are not things that we cook. And things that aren't completely washed and are not cooked are where this pathogen and others like it will reside. And so whether you're worried about it in a preformed salad or in a head of lettuce, the concern is pretty much the same. Wash what you get as quickly as possibly and as thoroughly, and be careful about it.
Can this be dangerous, sir?
Most people are very uncomfortable, lots of diarrhea, lots of cramping, maybe some fevers, but they recover even without specific therapy.
Oh.
Like we've talked about with other infections, Marty, if you're at extremes of age, you have underlying immune compromise or bad illnesses, you could actually have a much more severe course with this. And we can treat it with antibiotics. Most people will get better with or without the antibiotics. But if you're very young, very old, or have other conditions, this could be a real life threat.
Don Yealy, Chief Medical Officer, UPMC. Should people throw away all their lettuce, sir, and their vegetables?
I would not throw away what you have now unless what you bought is specifically targeted as being high risk for this. And right now, southwestern Pennsylvania, that hasn't happened yet. Keep your eyes and ears open for those kind of warnings. What I do suggest is wash anything that you're going to eat particularly if you're going to be eating it raw. So that means lettuce, tomatoes, fresh fruits, and vegetables. And then number two, what your mom and my mom taught all of us all the time. After you go to the bathroom, wash your hands.
Yeah.
This is transmitted in what we produce down south. And if you're not careful in watching it, you not only can reinfect yourself, you can infect others, particularly if you go in and prepare food. So that's always good advice. Almost every section you and I have about an infectious illness starts with either washing your hands or covering your mouth.
Dr. Don Yulee with UPMC, have you had a patient come into one of your ERs yet here in Pittsburgh?
Not that I'm aware of in the UPMC system that we've identified. I suspect that somebody with a very mild form of it has presented to our departments and received symptomatic therapy. As I said to you, we don't routinely test to see which exact pathogen, which bug is causing it, because I can help you get better with or without that information.
Hey, Doc, do I go to an ER or just kind of go through this awful situation at home?
We've talked about this before. It depends on how severe your symptoms are and what other conditions you have. You have severe pain, you're having so much diarrhea that you're weak or nearly passing out, or you're having recurrent high fevers, you absolutely need to be seen by a healthcare professional, whether that's in the emergency department or elsewhere. If you're otherwise healthy, the diarrhea and the cramping can be bothersome.
Awful.
You probably can manage that at home without a visit to your physician, your advanced practice provider, or an emergency department.
Pepto, something like that at home? I mean, is there something you buy in the drugstore and the grocery store that would help with this insanity?
Things that help settle your stomach down. Okay. So antacid, maybe Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. In some cases, we use an antibiotic. It's fairly easy to take, but you'll need to see a healthcare provider for that, whether it's in person or online. We usually reserve that for the more severe cases or people who have underlying compromise that we talked about. Outside of that, the key thing, Marty, is to keep up with the hydration. Make sure you're taking in fluids. You have to take in what you normally need, plus what you're losing below the Mason-Dixon line.
Don Yulee, my brother, it's great stuff, sir. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thanks very much.
People like to make jokes about explosive diarrhea. If you have this, it's not funny. It's horrible. Horrible. Horrible.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving. Literally. Life-saving. life-changing information. UPMC.
Hey, this is Calvin.
And Sam.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
We're looking for experienced deck builders and lead carpenters who want to build high-end outdoor spaces without all the headaches. We specialize in premium decks, covered porch roofs, outdoor living spaces, and custom exterior projects. These are the kind of jobs that you'll actually be proud to put your name on.
And we pay fast.
Apply today at callthecousins.com/careers.
That's callthecousins.com/careers.
Call the Cousins.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments and our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayElderLaw.com, GrayElderLaw.com.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Lose weight, destroy cravings, late day binges, stress eating, no hunger, no willpower. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at AlexGoen.com. That's AlexGoen.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm trying to track down what PennDOT's going to finally decide to do with the bridge implosion. They're debating whether they can pull this off today. I am not picking on PennDOT. I thought they've been wonderful about this. I think they've managed the information insanely well. They've been so available to the press. And they're debating whether or not they're ready to do this today. They're also incredibly annoyed, and why wouldn't you be? The cops in Zone 4, let me get to my notes here. The cops in Zone 4 have been down there to the construction site several times this week. Why? Because while these men and women are working their asses off, their trucks are being vandalized. They're along Commercial Street, right where that bridge is, where they're imploding it. So we now live in a culture and a society where idiots, criminals say, let's go break into their trucks while they're working. Broad daylight, man. I don't understand it. But I hope they catch them. I hope they catch them. I hope they charge them with felonies. I hope they do jail time. It's unbelievable to me that this stuff happens. I'm gathering information now on two things. Patrick is producing this video as we speak. I'm always told to leave the homeless alone, and why are you exposing them, and why are you showing them sleeping on mattresses and getting high and all this stuff? Well, Mad Max, who's my boy, and actually a critical part of his team, was shooting video on Chestnut Street by the Sarah Hines Center, the lofts. And he was over this new encampment where there's a bunch of homeless people who have set up their own little mini new homeless city. And out of one of these tents comes a homeless man with a rifle. Hello. Friggin' rifle. Now, he then points the rifle and tries to shoot down the drone. Hello. This whole notion that they're wonderful people, they just need a little help. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone could get killed. And this guy comes out of this homeless camp and literally points. I'm going to post this video here in a few seconds. Patrick is highlighting the rifle issue. and you think you want to live over there, and you want to take a walk, and a homeless guy in a tent with a rifle. It's one of those weird long rifles with the Winchester. He literally looks up at the drone and points the rifle at it, tries to shoot it out of the sky. Is that the video there, Patrick? Is he streaming that? He's getting ready to. It's...
Yeah, that's the video now, Marty.
Okay. Patrick, you were kind of startled because you initially couldn't see this, right?
Yeah, I didn't scan far enough into the video. I just did a quick turn on it. And now that we see it, I'm like, wow. You can clearly see he's holding a rifle. And he's looking right at the drone.
He sure is. And whether or not he's allowed to have that rifle, if he's a felon, he sure as hell isn't. And if he's high, I sure don't want him having a rifle. And we've heard they had knives and that sort of thing. I don't, and I don't think this is, I don't think we've ever seen someone with a weapon like this. Have we ever seen anyone down there with a rifle, Patrick?
Not with a rifle. We've seen a machete. We've seen some heavy-duty wrenches.
Came at us with that?
Sure did.
Wow. All right, so he's showing that now. Then I'll post it on social, and we're going to grab a Mad Max in a second. One more thing I wanted to mention, a developing story. If you have older folks in your life, they're on oxygen, and many of us do, and many of us know them. Check this out. This just happened this morning at 11. Wow. I want to get to the notes here so I'm accurate. So, a 70-year-old male on Jacksonian Street in Pittsburgh, smoking while on oxygen, which is dangerous as hell. Patrick's shaking his head. This is really sketch, isn't it, Patrick?
Oh, I mean, how many times do we hear this? Someone smoking while on an oxygen tank, and there's either a fire or an explosion or both.
To Patrick's
dangerous
point, my man has, wow, first and second degree burns on his face and his nose. Man. Look, we have been in many homes with folks that have emphysema, breathing difficulties, cancer, and they're on oxygen, and watch them smoke. And Patrick, that oxygen will blow up the whole damn house and everyone in it, will it not, sir?
Absolutely. It's extremely dangerous. I mean, hell, I've had relatives that have done this and nearly killed themselves because they've had fires that burst out.
Patrick, what is it? A stubbornness? Ignorance? What is it?
All the above.
Is it? Okay.
Stubbornness. It's less ignorance because they've been well advised of the dangers of smoking with that oxygen tank, typically.
But isn't that an
willful
addiction?
defiance?
Go ahead, Trevin. Go ahead.
Isn't that an addiction as well? Because I mean, tobacco. People smoke. I mean.
Oh yeah.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to find out how many, and then we'll take a break here. It's crazy, though, that this guy could have been killed and is lucky that it only blew up in his face. Wow. It's really, really, really difficult. Smoking with oxygen tank, number of injuries. Wow. Thousands. More than 1,100 thermal burns, more than 100 fatalities each year, Patrick. Wow.
And I'm sure most of them are in Pennsylvania and Florida.
Wow, because of the age of the population.
Exactly.
All right, following that right now. But if you have a loved one on oxygen, you got to tell them that this happens. This isn't bogus. This isn't exaggeration. This isn't hype. It's real. Happening right now. Guy hurt pretty bad.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. The Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just 1 one day. Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 90 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A deadly pedestrian accident is under investigation in Washington County. The coroner's office says 86-year-old Robert Cohen was struck by a vehicle around 9:30 Tuesday morning as he was crossing Cecil Henderson Road to get his mail. Cohen died at the scene. The Pennsylvania Turnpike is hitting the brakes on a plan to send text messages to drivers. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has more.
Earlier this year, the Turnpike Commission was preparing a pilot program to text reminders about unpaid tolls sent to collection. Consumers and cybersecurity experts warned that could make it harder for people to tell the difference between legitimate messages and scams. In a statement, the Commission said it will shelve the program until we can more clearly distinguish ourselves from scammers. The goal of the proposal was collecting payments faster and reducing the number of accounts sent to collection. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Thanks to the NFL Draft and other recent high-profile events in the city, Pittsburgh is becoming more of a national destination. Jeremy Waltrip, the president and CEO of the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, says that he's noticing more and more visitors coming from over 150 miles away.
People who had never had Pittsburgh on their radar as a place that they would like to visit are now like, yeah, I could check that place out. Let's go for a Pirates game, or let's go one weekend and just see what the city's got to offer. And you can't buy those types of advertisements. It has to be something big. It has to be something that folks are paying attention to for a variety of reasons.
In addition, he says a total of 18 new small businesses have just opened up in the downtown region just in the last few months. The calendar may say July, but Scare House has Halloween in mind, partnering with the Plaza at North Shore for a month-long event in October. Halloween Hangout is admission-free and features a mix of family-friendly daytime activities and intense nighttime scares with food, specialty drinks, and movie screenings. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 37 points and NASDAQ down 8. The S&P 500 is down 5 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update is at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA
1565.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com.
Summer's here. The sun is shining, the road is calling, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride at Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. Whether you're planning beach trips, family vacations, or just enjoying every mile of summer, Bowser Chevrolet has the Chevy you've been waiting for. And right now at Bowser Chevrolet, qualifying buyers can drive home with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments until Labor Day. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $490 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Come to Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville and take a test drive. That's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We have a heat advisory this afternoon through 8 this evening. Hazy sunshine, hot to humid with a high of 92 to 96, and those AccuWeather real field temperatures topping 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, though just 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
In retirement, there's only two things that matter: income and growing your money. You don't spend a portfolio, you spend reliable, predictable cash flow month after month. I'm Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We specialize in retirement income strategies built to help protect what you've earned and turn savings into sustainable income. As a fiduciary, our job is to make sure that you don't run out of money and you've got a strategy to keep pace with inflation. To learn more, claim your copy of my complimentary book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday. It's hot again. We won't talk about that too much, but a zillion other things. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KK.
I sent the police chief and the mayor's people the videos that we put a drone up over this new big homeless encampment. It's Chestnut Street, it's called. It's on the North Shore near the Heinz Lofts. Anyone been there? Know it? Okay. Near the Sarah Heinz Center. We put a drone up over there to see the new encampment because we're going to shoot some live video there and get it cleaned up again. And a homeless guy, a shirtless, is packing a rifle. Looks like a Winchester. And he's pointing it up at the sky. Does not seem like a good thing. I sent it to the police chief and I sent it to the mayor's people. Not to say I told you so, but to say this cannot be safe. This cannot be what you would want in the city, and this guy needs to be arrested and his gun taken away. Now, if he has a permit, sure he doesn't. If he doesn't have arrests, I'm sure he does. He'll be fine. But in all likelihood, my man is high as a kite and should not have a rifle and should not be pointing it at people and things. Just me. We are not going to go over there and confront him. For some reason, I don't find that to be entertaining or valuable. Maybe it's innocuous. Maybe it's a BB gun. I find that highly unlikely, but Jason Lando doesn't mess around, and the mayor's folks will definitely make sure that this is not a safety situation. We've seen a lot of booze, drug paraphernalia. We had a homeless guy in an encampment who didn't want to leave come at us with a wrench, big wrench. We've had guys come at us with massive knives. But I don't think in the time we've been producing and or covering these stories and shooting these videos that we've had someone pull a rifle on us. Our best guess, Mad Max was shooting this video for us with his infrared camera. There he is right there in the video if you're watching the stream. He's holding a rifle, and at one point in the stream, he points it up at the drone, tries to shoot it down, apparently. We're guessing he doesn't want his privacy invaded. Too bad. I get folks who come at us for showing these videos. Too bad. The city claims, the county claims they have housing for them. Okay, prove it. Prove it. Get him into the housing. And this guy, maybe Mr. Rogers' nephew, maybe a great man, but it's unlikely. 9 in 10 of them have addiction issues. 9 in 10 of them have criminal records. Many of them have felonies. That's why they're down there. There is no way in hell. That man is right there. Patrick, that's a highly traveled area, too. That walkway there, a lot of folks use that, do they not, sir? No audio. Can't hear you. I do not hear Patrick. No. No. Nothing. So I'll take it without Patrick because we can't hear him. That.
How about now, gentlemen?
There we go. Come on, man. That area, Patrick, highly traveled. In fact, am I wrong? You've been on that 100 times on your bike.
I don't know that that's the main path. That might be...
Looks like a path to me, Patrick.
It might be a half block off from the trail.
Okay, but it has lights on it, and it's a path. And Max said it's the trail. So
okay.
It doesn't make sense, and maybe I'm an idiot here, that guy should have a rifle, right?
Oh, I don't think anybody should be walking around with a rifle in hand.
And he was pointing it at the drone, right?
It certainly looked like it to me.
Yeah. This is not safe. Man, my man should not have a rifle. All right. We're going to stay on top of it. I sent it to the police chief, Lando. I sent it to the mayor's people. Hopefully they get someone over there and say, sir, can we see that rifle? Why do you have that rifle, sir? Meantime, I want to play this piece from Congress about daylight savings time. This is why people get annoyed with politicians. Listen to this craziness.
Permanent daylight savings time comes with serious health and safety concerns caused by even darker winter mornings. If this bill becomes law, winter mornings across the country are going to look very different. Millions of Americans will wake up during the winter months in complete darkness, with the sun not rising until long after people get up and travel to school or work or have to go about their days. In much of upstate and northern New York, communities won't see the sun rise until well after 8:30 a.m. In Michigan, it'll be close to 9 before the sun comes up. And in parts of the Pacific Northwest, sunrise will be pushed even later than 9 a.m.
Horrible.
In many parts of the country, children will be waiting for school buses in darkness. Parents will be driving to work before sunrise. Morning commuters, students, and pedestrians will be starting their day in the dark. Not because of the seasons, but because Congress decided to move the clock instead of following the sun.
Don't we? Damn. Bet she's fun at a party. Damn. Wow. Dumb question, Patrick. Don't we do that now? Don't we do that now?
We don't follow the sun now. We move the clock twice a year.
Hello.
So I think her logic's a little flawed there. It will be darker in the winter months for a longer period of time in the mornings, but...
Oh, man. Wow. This is the hill she's going to stand on. Wow.
Well, the phrase for the people in favor of doing away with daylight saving time is lock the clock.
Okay. Wouldn't you... Well, using Phoenix in Arizona, aren't you in 2 time zones?
So technically, I'm in Mountain Standard Time. So Phoenix, Arizona does not follow daylight saving time. So the clock doesn't move here
at all.
So no, it stays exactly the same year round.
Yeah.
But everything around us changes.
What do you mean?
So right now we're 3 hours off. When daylight saving time comes around, between Eastern time, we'll be 2 hours different instead of 3.
Florida.
Yeah.
There are parts of Florida has 2 time zones. Wouldn't it be better to have a standard, Trevin? Don't you think? Trevin?
I'm with it. Yes, because it's consistent as far as I am concerned. Listening to that depressed me. Like
she needs Jesus, man.
It depressed me.
Come on, man.
She's one of those therapy lights.
Oh, my God. Patrick, would you prefer 1 time zone for the whole country?
Well, I think we'll still have different time zones.
Yeah,
we just won't
keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just won't be shifting an hour seasonally. No more spring forward, fall back.
Trevin, play that again, please.
So you want me to get even more depressed?
Just play it.
All right.
Once more.
Savings time comes with serious health and safety concerns caused by even darker winter mornings. If this bill becomes law, winter mornings across the country are going to look very different. Millions of Americans will wake up during the winter months in complete darkness, with the sun not rising until long after people get up and travel to school or work or have to go about their days.
Yeah.
In much of upstate and northern New York, communities won't see the sun rise until well after 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
In Michigan, it'll be close to 9 before the sun comes up. And in parts of the Pacific Northwest, sunrise will be pushed even later than 9 a.m.
Yeah.
In many parts of the country, children will be waiting for school buses in darkness. Parents will be driving to work before sunrise. Morning commuters, students, and pedestrians will be starting their day in the dark.
See?
Not because of the seasons, but because Congress decided to move the clock instead of following the sun.
Yeah. See?
Wow.
Wow. She's positive. I like that woman. Wow. Mull that over. Don't listen to her.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits. all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Nest Expressions Window Fashion's greatest summer promotion. Free motorization on silhouette and pirouette shades going on right now. 1-888-952-NEST or nestexpressions.com.
Did you see that UFO last night?
Is it real or is it AI?
How about the aircraft carrier floating down the river?
Nowadays, it's tough to determine what's legit and what to believe.
I know it's true because it was all over my feed last night.
But when it comes to news, depend on Pittsburgh's original news source since 1920. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-777-1979, 800-777-1979, or biglou.com.
This is the Bloomberg Money Minute. More Americans are using credit card rewards points for everyday purchases because of stubbornly high inflation. A new survey by USAA Federal Savings Bank finds over a third of respondents are redeeming those rewards points for everyday expenses like food and gas instead of saving them for something big like a vacation. The Producer Price Index for June, a measure of inflation at the wholesale level, came in better than expected, although prices still up 5.5% from a year ago. That decrease, mostly because of the price of gasoline, gave Wall Street a little bit of a lift earlier today. Right now, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P are all down about 0.1%. Oil is a little lower, $79 a barrel. And something new from the real estate broker Redfin. It's teaming up with the Weather Channel to bring detailed and historical local weather data for every single home listed on its website. This report is sponsored by Vanguard Investor Choice, a proxy voting program for eligible Vanguard index funds. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
That video that we have streaming of the homeless guy pointing a rifle at the drone. It's right along the North Shore, right along where the Heinz lofts are, right there. A lot of folks say they go down there every day, and that would scare the hell out of them. Of course, then they're the morons. I'd point a gun at you, too, if you put a drone over my head. Good for you, sir. Good for you, sir. One guy. Definitely a BB gun. Really, sir? Really? You know this based on what? Alan, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to comment on the daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Shift back and forth. And I've spent quite a bit of time out in Arizona. And Arizona stays on standard time, Mountain Standard Time. They don't shift forward. They don't shift back. I'm in total agreement that the shift, whichever one we stay on, is needed.
Yeah.
Because medical professionals have confirmed that there's more heart attacks due to that lack of hours sleep. However, I totally agree with the woman's point of in the morning it's more of a risk. Yeah. So why don't they stay on standard time? I'd rather have it later in the morning for the little kids going to school than an hour later in the evening.
All right. I'm told it has no chance of passing through the Senate, so it's a moot point. I would just like one thing to stay in place all the time. I think it's silly. Just me. Look, Congress can't find their backside with two hands and a flashlight. I don't see how or why they would get this done anytime soon. At all, ever. But we shall see. Apparently it's something Trump wants. Well, okay. Okay. What does that mean? Air Star. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. Marjorie, go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, my name is Marjorie.
Hello.
I live downtown Pittsburgh. Yeah, I wanted to ask about comment about the...
Marjorie, you live downtown?
Yeah, I live downtown.
Are you cool with the guy in the Heinz loft on the trail there with a rifle? The homeless guy pointing it at people?
Well, I actually just heard about it. I'm in Philadelphia right now, traveling on my... so I haven't seen the story, but it sounds crazy.
It does.
But I was just calling about the 18 weeks of maternity leave or parental leave.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. It sounds kind of scammy to me, but I don't understand the whole concept because McGee Hospital and a lot of these hospitals in Pittsburgh, they put you out in 2 days.
They do.
After labor and delivery, they put you out in 2 days.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand why that is something that's not addressed, but you want to give everybody parental leave. If the daddy and the mommy are parental leave, who's working? Somebody got to go to work.
Well, and then the small business person has to hire someone to replace them. I'm not arguing that it's not valuable to have time when you have a baby for both mom and dad. But my friend, the truth is taxpayers would have to pay it. In the states that have it, they have programs in place that are funded by the state. We don't have that. So, my friend, you would have to pay it. You. And if you have a small business, you would be totally, completely screwed. Bad, bad plan.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 92 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. The heat advisory is in effect today until 8 p.m. Heat index values up to 102 are expected today. Today's planned demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge may be delayed. Sources tell KDKA's Marty Griffin, PennDOT, and other officials have been meeting to discuss overnight vandalism at the work site. The plan is to demolish what's left of the structure on the Parkway East sometime between now and 9 o'clock this evening. President Donald Trump has overturned the suspension of most ICE traffic stops. The confirmation from the White House to Fox News this morning. Yesterday, the Homeland Security Department ordered a pause in traffic stops by immigration agents following fatal shootings in Maine and Texas. In a social media post earlier today, the president called traffic stops one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools. A deadly pedestrian accident is under investigation in Washington County. The coroner's office says 86-year-old Robert Cohen was struck by a vehicle around 9:30 Tuesday morning as he was crossing Cecil Henderson Road to get his mail. Cohen died at the scene. Political analyst John Delano says the issue of family leave is a legitimate public policy discussion. He says that it's important for county council to discuss who bears the cost and what is the impact on the economy and in Allegheny County.
And that's where I think the county council and those who have to make decisions about whether this is going to be implemented in Allegheny County, they have a really, really difficult decision to make. Because I think most people want this kind of leave. I don't think there's any question about it. We are behind other nations, but in other nations, the cost is picked up by the government.
It is. Delano says he has no problem with County Executive Sarah Innamorato advocating for family leave or doing so while pregnant. The state budget package signed by Governor Josh Shapiro on Sunday contains a measure mandating recess for children. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has that story.
Shapiro says a quality education isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about common sense.
Common sense says that kids need more time to play and to socialize and to interact with one another. That's why I'm incredibly thankful to the legislature who came together on a bipartisan basis and passed, as part of this budget package, something I called for in my budget address, and that is a mandatory recess for K to 5th grade all throughout Pennsylvania.
The law now requires schools to give K through 5 students at least 30 minutes of recess every school day. Tamara Rush News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 7 points. The Nasdaq down 14. The S&P 500 down 5 points. KDKA Sports, it's one of the strangest days in sports. There are absolutely no professional sports scheduled for today. Pirates resume their second half of the baseball season when they're in Cleveland on Friday. KDK Radio News Time 103. Right now, sunny and 92 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
You've spent decades building your savings and planning for your future. Now the focus shifts from accumulation to protection, from growth to sustainable income you can depend on. I'm Brian Quaranta, and at Secure Money Advisors, we help retirees build structured retirement plans designed to help protect what they've worked so hard to build and preserve. To learn more, claim your copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all of your gardening needs. Great prices on vegetables and flowers. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory this afternoon and evening. Rest of today will feature hazy sunshine that'll be hot and humid, highs in the low to mid-90s with real feels over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, though 73. Hazy sun and some clouds tomorrow. A hot day, but turning less humid in the afternoon, the high 93. Smoke from wildfires may reduce the air quality at times tonight and tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tootie Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. Tootie culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. Tootie Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Life-changing is happening every day at UPMC.
My husband was in the military for 21 years. Resilience is something I know firsthand. UPMC's Pathways for Veterans program is a career assistance program. Being in the role of an HR consultant at UPMC has really helped me understand that I can be a mom, a wife, and I can be a professional.
That's life-changing medicine at UPMC.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
So I had to grab Mad Max because he's one of my boys. He's part of our team. Without giving it away, we're going to do something next week that's going to be insane. I've been talking about, and now we're getting a lot of feedback from folks living in public housing that are treated like dogs. And, in fact, we would treat our dogs better. Women sending me pictures of rats and mice and fecal matter in the halls and syringes, collapsed floors, collapsing garages. Man, these are human beings, man. This is publicly funded stuff, man. Had a woman had to live in the front yard in a tent because her friggin' apartment is full of mold. That's just not cool. And Mad Max and I feel the same way. We're going to go into a couple apartments next week live. They're going to scare the hell out of you and get them fixed. It's disgusting. I hate this notion that, they're just living off the government. Screw you if you feel that way. These are people, man, with kids. Man, it's public housing. Max gets it. Meantime, Max and I have been talking about this new homeless encampment that kind of troubles us. And Max sends me this note saying, I'm going to put my drone up over this trail. And he did. And now the video has got a lot of people talking because of what it shows, and it's kind of scary. Mad Max, hey, brother, how are you?
Good, brother, how are you?
Whoa. Well, we now zoomed in on that video, and clearly this homeless guy, who knows if he's high or got felonies or mental illness or whatever, clearly, Max, he's standing with a rifle and wanted to either shoot at you or shoot down the drone. Tell us how this played out.
So the reason that I have the drone, for everybody that's wondering, is I'm thinking about starting a new initiative called Trash for Cash, and I'm looking for places that are junked up. And my thought is to go in there with a stack of $5 bills and pay the homeless or whoever's in the encampment or whatever area $5 for each garbage bag they fill up to clean up the city. This guy's doing it in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and it's had great success. So anyway, that's why I had the drone up. I'm just looking for trash. So in the process, these two guys come out from either under the tree or under a tent, and I notice he's got a rifle. I zoom in. I'm up about 125, 150 feet, so I wasn't harassing them. I was just looking, to see if there's garbage that could be picked up. And, he motioned like he was going to shoot at the drone, so I got out of there. I didn't want to stick around and risk, losing a drone. Wasn't worth it, so just moved on.
And Max, I tell you what, man, this makes me nervous for a bunch of reasons. Number one, my wife, your wife, our kids could be on that damn bike trail right now, and this man has got a weapon. That is not cool, is it, Max?
Not cool at all, especially given the mental state of a lot of these people in these encampments that are abusing drugs. This encampment actually was cleaned up back in 2023 when Andy Sheehan covered it, and they found over 1,000 syringes there and just evidence of drug abuse everywhere. And they got all but maybe 2 tents out of there back in 2023, and now there's back up to about 21, 22 tents in this encampment, and it's getting all junked up again.
Max, I don't give a damn if this guy says he has a permit. There's no way he should be roaming around pointing that gun at people or things, right?
Absolutely not. And not only that, but to shoot at a drone is an FAA, it's a felony. So it's a nice way to end up in jail.
Well, plus, Max, who's to know now if you go down there, and you go down there with me, and he decides, I'm going to shoot at them.
Right. So I actually alerted the Zone 1 police just in case, they're going into this encampment. This guy, could he shoot the cops? Is that a real rifle? Is it a pellet gun?
Right.
Hard to say. It looks like a lever action, at a minimum, a pellet rifle or a .22 caliber rifle, which is very deadly. So, not a good situation for that type of people to have a firearm in that situation at all. Very unsafe.
Plus, Max, what you have pointed out and what I'm seeing is these camps are coming back, and this one is growing rapidly, sir, right?
That's true. So, like I said, there's about 21, 22, possibly more tents since the last time I counted them. Wow. But, yeah.
So what is it, Max? You're just moving back in? What is it?
Well, it's warm. These people do not want to be in a shelter. They don't want rules. They don't want somebody telling them they can't bring their drugs into abuse, so they'd rather just stay in their tent and get high. And then the advocates from some, agencies come out, and they actually bring these guys little care packages with, like, little syringes and tie-off straps and cooker tins. They give them everything they need to be high. Wow. And so it's not a good situation. You think you're being compassionate, but you're just killing these people slowly.
And why the hell would he have a gun, a rifle, and he's pointing it and shooting it? Not cool.
Yeah, so my question is, is that a legally owned firearm? Did he steal it from somebody? Where did it come from? How did he acquire it?
And Max, that's a very prominent area, brother, where a lot of folks hang or walk or ride bikes.
Well, it's also very close to the Sarah Hines Center where there's an after-school program for kids, I believe.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's also concerning.
Man,
and who's to say, this guy, what if he's taking pot shots at cars going by? He's bored and he's shooting cars going by on the ramp.
Wow.
Stranger things have happened, Marty.
No, I'm with you. This is very enlightening. I sent it to the police chief and to the mayor's folks. They should do something about this. They should at least ask the guy, what the hell are you doing with this gun?
Make sure he doesn't have any warrants or felonies or any other thing that prohibits him from being a legal firearm owner, for sure.
I mean, it could be a BB gun or a pellet gun, but I doubt it. He could have a license, but I doubt that. Just saying. He could be a Boy Scout, but I doubt that. Mad Max, my brother. Truth to power, man. Thanks. It's a hell of a job, Max. Wow.
Yeah, thanks. You got it.
My man. I have so many problems with this. It's right there where they have kids' classes. It's right there where folks walk. It's right there where folks ride bikes. It's right there where folks live. You might say, some guys saying, how do you know he's not permitted, really? Homeless guy, shirtless and high. Yeah, he's got a concealed carry permit. Sure he does. And the moon is made of cheese, and the earth is flat. Scary stuff. I hope they check this out.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
So my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE. Call him.
There is treatment for neuropathy. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla. At Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine, we treat neuropathy patients daily. No drugs, no surgery, just relief. Call 724-224-2224 for a free consultation in our Sarver or Brackenridge locations.
Lose weight. Alex Goen patented hypnosis, the only weight loss method in America proven useful by the U.S. Patent Office because it reprograms your subconscious, engineered to kill cravings, emotional eating, late-night fridge attacks, full on half the food so you lose the weight, no matter what you tried before. Engineered to work. Only $59.99 or your money back. Weight loss seminar Thursday, July 23rd. Doubletree by Hilton Green Tree, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking 8 p.m. Arrive early. Sign up at alexgoen.com. Goen. That's alexgoen.com.
Are you seeing crazy utility bills? Hello. The heat. Crazy. Let me tell you this. If your air conditioning is constantly running, you know what, folks? I'm saying a big issue could be your windows. You got to check out Universal Windows Direct right now. Because if you buy 4 windows, you get 4 free, which is insanely cool. And you receive 48 months, 0 interest financing. Makes it really easy to make this investment. I love them. They're built specifically for your home. They have an insanely perfect tight seal, less air leakage, better efficiency. Folks, Universal Windows Direct. It's so hot. Your bills are so high. Here's your solution. 412-545-10 6003, Universal Window. In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan, to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love people on social. Leave those people alone, really. So, sir, your kid's down there with your wife, you're riding bikes, you're at the, living there, and someone's pointing a rifle at him. You probably have a different story to tell. Great job, Mad Max. This is what we're about. I want to play this clip. Larry had Barry on the air yesterday. I want you to hear this clip about this teen issue and what the city's trying to classify these takeovers. Listen, it's very cool. Listen.
For the first time since COVID, the city of Pittsburgh has resurrected what it calls family swim. Bottom line, no unaccompanied children during those times.
Why are we not calling this specifically a chaperone policy?
Well, so our goal is to bring back family swim. The city's always done it. We want to be family first. We believe every family should choose Pittsburgh to live. So I think a family approach from 5 to 7 allows us to do that.
Look, I love the mayor. He's been very assertive. And by the way, the chief, who I love, Jason Lando, just texted me. They're sending a crew down there right now to check out that homeless person with a rifle. JK, this is part of what scares me about the homeless and this guy pointing a rifle at people and firing it. Man, this is what happens when you allow crime to take over a place where it shouldn't be and these people shouldn't be. Yes, sir?
I agree. The system continues to repetitively fail us. There's so many things in place that we could be doing. If you just systematically work through the problem, one case at a time, one crime at a time, everything, and follow it through from the arrest, go to court, have your hearings, get your due diligence in court and so forth, but actually have a process that they get incarcerated or penalized or whatever. But it doesn't exist in this county. So, yeah, here we go. We're starting to look like the Wild West with guys walking around on walking trails with rifles.
It's weird. And it's frightening. Hey.
It's very frightening.
Hey, JK, I wanted you to pay attention to what you heard the reporter say, that the mayor, I like him. He's been very aggressive. He's working his ass off. But when they try to sugarcoat this teen invasion thing, teen takeover thing, and call it family swimming, doesn't help anyone. Admit the problem, address the problem, end the problem. Yes, sir?
Yeah, I agree. I've been thinking about this a little bit. Okay, the family time thing, that's nice, 5 to 7, whatever. Okay, but what's that accomplishing? What is that? What's our ultimate goal here? We want people to be able to go to the swimming pool, swim, have a good time, and enjoy themselves. When you have a problem, one individual or 10 individuals, you remove them from that premises. You remove them from there.
Boom.
So you eliminate the problem one at a time. You start a list. It's pretty simple. When I was a kid, you signed in, you signed out. Everybody knows who you are. They know who their troubled ones are. They know who the good ones are. So the thing that I don't like about this, okay, once again, here we go with blanket policies. Everybody gets a trophy. You know, everybody's involved. All the good kids are sucked in, you know, because of the 10% that we can't manage as a city, as a school district, as a law enforcement. And I'm kind of disappointed in that. You know, I was thinking about how these kids are going to these pools and so forth. And so I tried to think to my experience. My sister was 2 years older than everybody. She walked 5 or 6 kids to the pool every day, back and forth.
Wow.
Okay. So my mom worked. Everybody's mother worked. So what about all those good kids who aren't causing a problem, who want to go to the pool and enjoy themselves, but now the older sister isn't enough? So we're going to blanket punish people instead of addressing individual crimes, because they're like, oh, we don't want to yell at the guy that's causing all the problem. We want to screw every single kid coming to this pool to make it an issue.
Completely agree.
You know, address the problem one case at a time. It'll start going away. But they're not addressing it. They're not changing their policies or their procedures. You know, they put this, powdered sugar on a turd for the pool, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Here's what I like. Kenny Weird and Sandcastle had all kind of trouble with these idiots fighting each other and beating people up. So they said, my man, you ain't coming in here without an adult. And what it does is it holds adults responsible for the actions of these idiots. And so if these kids screw up, mommy and daddy get snatched. At least it creates that, you're responsible, ma'am. They better not act up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with that. The parents have to be held accountable, but we have to figure out the right balance here. Yep. How come we're always affecting the kids who aren't doing anything wrong? I grew up at the entrance of Martin and Fisher, at the entrance to the projects up there for a couple years. You know, I know some horrible kids that have come out of there, and to this day, I still talk to people who are incredible professional people. You know, what about those kids? But if they would just do everything in a uniform manner, okay, everybody go to the pool. If you're a problem, I'm sorry, Jimmy, you're a problem here. Here's strike number 1. I'm contacting your parents. Your parents got to come back up to get your pool pass to let you back in. So you pass, 1 or 2 strikes. But if you're just doing a blanket to get all the kids, I can't go for that, man. I don't like it.
I get it.
I just don't like it. The enforcement end, holding parents accountable, they're trying to make some moves, but they're not. They're looking at it wrong. They're giving everybody a trophy instead of going after the true problem kids, because literally 5 to 7% of all the crime is being committed by, crime is being committed by 5 to 7%.
By the way,
of the kids.
By the way, the homicide detectives in Pittsburgh say it's closer to 3%. So 3% of the morons in Pittsburgh commit 97% of the major crimes. To your point, sir, right?
State Attorney General stepped in. Oh my God, there had to be 15, 16 armed robberies, $800,000 accumulated damages from 12 to 17, kids running around wild and chaos. State Attorney General steps in, starts arresting, prosecuting them as adults. Everything's shut down and stopped. It hasn't occurred since he made those moves in February.
True.
Yeah, one group. He stopped hundreds of crimes, millions of dollars in damage, destruction to the community.
JK,
they need to address these cases one at a time.
JK, I'm going to be walking through some pretty sketchy, dangerous places next week. I might need your assistance. I'll let you know on the details, okay?
I'd love to go. I'm a busted up mess, brother. I don't know what I got left.
My man. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
Public accountability and public responsibility. It's what we need, and that's why I love him.
Tickets for Kids will host the Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Are you seeing crazy utility bills? Hello. The heat. Crazy. Let me tell you this. If your air conditioning is constantly running, you know what, folks? I'm saying a big issue could be your windows. You got to check out Universal Windows Direct right now. Because if you buy 4 windows, you get 4 free, which is insanely cool. And you receive 48 months, 0 interest financing. Makes it really easy to make this investment. I love them. They're built specifically for your home. They have an insanely perfect tight seal, less air leakage, better efficiency. Folks, Universal Windows Direct. It's so hot. Your bills are so high. Here's your solution. 412-545-6003, Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003. Give them a call. Life-saving, literally, life-saving. Life-changing information. UPMC.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 92 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The Pittsburgh Walk of Fame has unveiled its 2026 class of inductees. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has that list.
10 influential figures with ties to southwestern Pennsylvania will be inducted into the Pittsburgh Walk of Fame this October. The 2026 class includes Myron Cope, Franco Harris, Mario Lemieux, H.J. Hines, Jimmy Stewart, Henry Mancini, Shirley Jones, Martha Graham, Charles Teeny Harris, and George Washington. Their bronze stars will be installed along the Strip District Terminal, recognizing their lasting contributions to sports, entertainment, business, the arts, and innovation. The public is invited to attend the free induction ceremony October 13th at the terminal. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The source of a major multi-state outbreak of cyclosporiasis is now underway. Cyclosporiasis is a prolonged produce-borne intestinal illness that causes explosive watery diarrhea, severe fatigue, and bloating that can last for weeks if untreated. Health departments are primarily pointing to contaminated fresh produce like lettuce, salad mixes, and fresh herbs. UPMC's Chief Medical Officer Don Yealy says if you catch the virus, there are things you can do to take it home that will help settle your stomach.
Outside of that, the key thing, Marty, is to keep up with the hydration. Make sure you're taking in fluids. You have to take in what you normally need, plus what you're losing below the Mason-Dixon line.
He says in some cases an antibiotic can be prescribed, but those are usually reserved for the more severe cases or for people who have compromised conditions. The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is launching the Gismondi Food Bank Academy with $1 million commitment from the Gismondi Foundation. Chief Program Officer Charlize McKinney explains how the Academy will provide training and resources to partner organizations.
Things like having our partners establish an online presence. It can help them not only with fundraising, but being able to provide neighbors with information on their service hours and the types of services that they're offering. So really things that are going to make neighbors aware of the services that they offer, but also to help them remain sustainable and able to serve the community for many years to come.
McKinney says support from Pittsburgh philanthropists John and Lisa Gismondi will provide 3 years of acceleration funding to strengthen hunger relief efforts across the region. Today's planned demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge may be delayed. Sources tell Marty Griffin, PennDOT, and other officials have been meeting to discuss overnight vandalism at the work site. The plan was to demolish the structure from the Parkway sometime between now and 9 o'clock tonight. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 28 points, the Nasdaq up 40, the S&P 500 up 3 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update, 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Warmer weather rolling in, right? Comes through Pittsburgh, all those storms, heavy rain, strong winds, and sudden damage. What starts as a small leak can turn into a major problem. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh responds immediately, 24/7, 365. They'll handle that storm damage and that water restoration. Every minute matters. Call 412-RECOVER. Demand the yellow van. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money. And most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A heat advisory is in effect from noon through 8 this evening. For the rest of today, hazy sunshine becoming hot and humid, the high 92 to 96, with AccuWeather real feel temperatures over 100. Partly cloudy, warm and sticky tonight, low 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This July, celebrate red, white, and blue along with beautifully made custom window treatments from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. For over 60 years, Lachina has been manufacturing custom draperies in their own Dormont factory, filled with thousands of yards of quality fabrics. Visit Lachina's Dormont or Wexford showrooms, tour their factory, or schedule free shop-at-home service. From measuring to professional installation, Lachina does it all. Call 412-665-4900 or go to lachinadrapery.com.
Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us tomorrow in the Big K Morning Show in our 9 o'clock hour. The governor, Josh Shapiro, will join us. Lots to talk about, including the big budget.
All right, this is cool. And I tell you why I did this. I find this story fascinating. I'm always fascinated by men and women that take risks. And honestly, just by chance, I swear I was looking for a plumber. This is a true story. And so I asked Sam, who's one of my boys now, with cousins. And he sends me this name, and a complete stranger to me. And I get on the phone with him, And he has this insanely successful plumbing business, which is great, cool. But it's how he got there. I'm all about risk. Okay, I'm all about chasing the rabbit. I'm all about doing something unique and different. And so I start talking to JP, who's sitting here. And by the way, he's wearing a $1,000 suit, which I've never seen a plumber wear in my life. But that's kind of the hook, right? Kind of the hook is that, this is why I love your story. Kind of tell folks your background, because everyone out there who says, I hate my job, I want to do something different. Tell us how you got going in this. It's actually fascinating to me.
Yeah, so I mean, I was born and raised in Las Vegas, but my family's from Natrona Heights, so big city mentality, but always had Western PA core values. So, you know, Vegas taught me how to dream, but Pittsburgh taught me how to grind. So, I was in banking for 20 years.
Hold on, this is actually beautiful. You're a friggin' banker, right?
Correct. Yep.
Doing loans and right.
Yep. Business loans, personal loans, running branches, running regions. So,
as a banker.
As a banker, yes.
And now you're a friggin' plumber.
Now I'm in the plumbing business.
This is absolutely beautiful. So I love the story. Why I actually begged him to come here today. How did you get from that to this?
So one of my friends owns Unflooded, a water mitigation, mold remediation company.
Unflooded.
Unflooded.
Okay.
Yep. And he came to me and said, "Hey, I need some capital funding. I'm gonna buy into this plumbing franchise." And so started the funding and went up to Cincinnati headquarters with him and did discovery days for 3 days. And I was looking for bank deals, but came home with a job opportunity. He's like, "Why don't you jump in and help me start this?" And so let's do it. You know,
you quit your career as a banker.
Quit it. Yep.
Decades.
Right decades.
And started a plumbing business.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep. And zero clients, zero employees. I was the first employee. Yeah.
What is that? Your dad that taught you this? Your mom? What is that instinct?
Just my family. My great grandfather and his brother bought a business during the Great Depression for $1,000.
That's amazing.
An auto parts business in Trenton, and then they built the Heights Plaza in Natrona Heights in the 50s, and just always had a knack for taking risks and following your dreams and seeing what happens. So.
Wow. And you were married with young kids at the time?
Yeah, I've been with my wife for 26 years. My son's 17 now. My daughter's 14. So this is 3.5 years ago. So they were 14 and 11.
No clients.
Zero clients.
No revenue.
No revenue.
No
Just a
background.
lot of debt. A lot of business debt.
And had you ever fixed a toilet or anything in your life?
No.
Same.
No.
Same. I can barely flush one. Huh?
Never touched plumbing. Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And for folks out there wanting to try something new, what was it that clicked for you that you said, hell with it, man, I got to try this?
It's just I've always had my entire career. I've always just believed in people and try to unlock what they have inside of them. And it was an opportunity for me to try to unlock something I never thought I had in me. That's for sure. But I've had other businesses in my life. I owned a bar restaurant before while I was in banking, and then I also started this world's second online gaming for video gamers.
You did?
Yeah, back in 2006, 2007, and 2008. So you could bet John Madden football online anywhere around the world.
Still?
No, I got sold out after 2 years.
Sure you did. So. So you have that mentality, you like to chase the rabbit and try something new all the time.
Yep.
Wow. And by the way, this is JP Marino. The name of the company is One Tom Plumber.
Yes, sir.
And you were laughing about it because I asked you, where's the name come from?
Tom Crapper.
Crapper.
Yeah, Tom Crapper.
From where the name of the crapper came
from back in the day.
Right, back in the day,
Correct,
the original name for a toilet.
Yes.
And when people say taking a crap, right? Yeah. So, dumb question. How do you learn plumbing? Do you know plumbing?
I do now. I mean, I jumped in the field. I've snake drains. I've hydrojetted drains. Our director of plumbing operations, Matt Blythe, he's also our master plumber. He's been in the business 20 years.
Wow.
So it was just, he was our second hire. He was our second employee. So I've gone out, pecked the house with him, rode with him a few times, rode with some guys So I know, and I was running dispatch. I was the only dispatcher when we first opened. Yeah, 24/7 dispatcher right here. So
I love your story.
you get a lot of crazy questions.
No one does this, huh?
So
and,
yeah,
and by the way, we call it bearing the lead. You're really having success.
We are. We're the fastest growing one-tom franchise in history. We broke the first 6-month record, the first year record, the first 2-year record. We're on track to break the 3rd-year record.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it's just we have a great support team. We operate a lot different than most plumbing companies.
Well, hold on. This is my next question. This is J.P. Marino. And now if you're listening to his story, you can understand why I started talking to him on the phone and said, damn, this is cool. What makes your business work? What is it about you that motivates your people and gets them to excel the way they're excelling? This is fascinating to me.
Yeah, I mean, learning in leadership over the years, culture drives client experience, and client experience just drives business. Wow. So you don't really need to worry about the business coming in if you have that foundation. And we're so client experience focused, and we're also so culture focused for our teammates. You know, we just hit over 20 employees, and the culture there is bar none best in class, and open communication, and the guys really, and we don't pay commission. Our plumbers don't make commission.
Whoa, this is important.
It is. It's most 99% of the plumbing companies I've ever met pay. The plumbers make commission. We don't pay commission.
So hold on. So some of them are sketch, and they'll upsell you.
Well,
so you need a faucet, and they'll end up selling you 2 furnaces.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I always tell people, you know, our plumbers aren't out there trying to make their paycheck with our clients' money.
Wow.
So their hourly wage, and a lot of them make a ton of money because we're 24/7. So, but that separates us right there as well in the plumbing industry.
J.P. Marino, are you kind of shocked that you're having this success?
I am. It's been a fun ride. I mean, there was a lot of nights where I didn't sleep. You know, the first year, the first year and a half. I mean, and there was a lot of us that worked there, and Brian, the owner, like he was the same. It was stressful because you just never know where it's going to go. But you know, we grind it out. You know, I mean, it's Pittsburgh blue collar.
Yeah, man.
That's what Pittsburgh does, and that's how, you know, being in banking and working with the tradespeople and blue collar people. I just learned that grind.
And we have something in common. I was telling you about 2 of my boys, Matt Mertz, who was insanely successful, and Bob Tudio I went to high school with.
Yeah.
They both believed in what you're saying, but they also believed in helping people and making a difference. You think the same way, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. We love helping people, communities. We try to do what we can in the community. And, you know, there's always, you know, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, so I always see what's going on in the city and outside, you know, the suburbs, and it takes all of us to do what we can.
JP, I love you, man. You're very unique. And let me tell you the truth. So I sit in there with this big window, and I see this guy come walking past the window in a really cool suit and perfectly shined shoes. There's no way, no disrespect to plumbers, that I would connect the dots to you being a guy who runs a plumbing company. But it's kind of part of your thing, right? Professionalism.
Yeah, professionalism. I mean, all our guys wear collared shirts tucked in.
It's amazing.
They have extra uniforms in the truck. So
Amazing.
I mean, yeah, and that's part of our culture, right? And that's what the client experience is getting to.
Wow.
You know, they're getting a professional plumber, and
really
our team, our plumber retentions. You know, we have guys don't want to leave our company.
Yeah, I want to work there now. Very cool. Can you hang for a bit?
Absolutely.
I kind of no. My man Sam from Cousin said you got to call JP, and from the moment he started talking about his background, I said this is a story that people need to hear. That you can completely stop everything you're doing, take a left turn, and kick ass by doing it the right way. J.P. Marino. Wow. We're right back, folks.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Calvin, you know what I love most about this job? That moment when the job's done. Maybe it's a new roof, upgraded siding, or a deck that makes you want to be outside, and you see that look on the customer's face.
Yeah, man, that never gets old. The care, the clean work, no shortcuts. And that's just how these Cousins have been doing it ever since Grandma's garage.
And that's not changing.
Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you tired of climbing over that dirty, old, slippery tub? Your bathtub should be beautiful, functional, and safe. PJ Fitzpatrick is pleased to offer the Jacuzzi Shower System, installed in just one day, featuring low entry thresholds and designer walls and fixtures. You'll step right into luxury. Plus, PJ is offering a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com.
It is not hard to destroy a college.
Last season, the podcast Campus Files brought you stories of fraternity drug rings, stolen body parts, campus cults, and more.
And now, Campus Files is back for another season.
There's a guy screaming into his phone. He's like, I just saw Charlie Kirk get assassinated right in front of me.
Every week is a new episode and a new story.
It was so chaotic.
It's almost like a university under siege. Listen to and follow Campus Files. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Colin Dunlap takes the show on the road in support of the Wiener 100 race at EQT Park. As part of the Bark in the Park night on August 4th before the Wild Things game. 7 races, 7 dogs, and KDKA Radio. Find out if your wiener dog is eligible to race by clicking on the events page at kdkaradio.com. Hot dogs, baseball, the Wiener 100 race, and Colin Dunlap. Only on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My boy JK, the king of all, I'm serious, in Oakmont, does it again. This new joint, Twin Burrow Bar and Grill, just over the viaduct, Verona. Insane smash burgers, milkshakes, pizza, hot dogs, lobster roll. Amazing brisket, chicken sandwiches. I'm telling you, chicken wings. I ate there with my family, blew me away. Adult slushies. You've never seen anything like it. They have these little pony beers. The place is brand new, and as JK says, badass. The space is right. The menu's perfect. We absolutely loved it. Need a vacation? That's funny. Go to Twin Burrow Bar and Grill in Verona. It's amazing. Check it out. CCAC fall registration is open, and you can still sign up for summer class. Get this. Whether you're a new or existing CCAC student, currently in high school, or enrolled at another university, CCAC summer classes are a win-win. Folks, they're affordable college credits. They can speed up your education or transfer to more than 500 colleges and universities. Visit ccac.edu and start saving a bundle.
And Doug.
Hot dog, get your hot dog. Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn, get your popcorn.
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Denton's Cohen & Grigsby has tapped Lindsay Buchanan to serve as leader of its labor and employment practice. Buchanan, who is a shareholder at the downtown law firm, succeeds Robert Coddington at the helm of the group. Denton's Cohen & Grigsby said he had held the role for many years, but did not provide specifics. Coddington continues to practice full-time. He had come aboard in 2007 after 20 years at Reed Smith. Buchanan joins the firm, then known as Cohen & Grigsby, in 2014 after earning her JD at the University of Virginia Law School and has built her career there. Also, a Pittsburgh real estate lender powered by AI is being brought by a publicly traded blockchain native capital marketplace for tokenized assets in a $717 million transaction. Figure Technology Solutions said it has a definitive agreement to acquire Kiavi. The deal is expected to close pending regulatory and other approvals. Figure, on July 9th, announced the pricing of a private offering of senior notes expected to result in about $587.5 million in net proceeds that the company intends to use to fund the cash consideration payable in connection to the acquisition of Kiavi. The closing of the issuance is expected to occur on July 14th, subject to customary closing conditions. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So what's weird about the world we live in is that everyone knows everyone. And I'm sitting here. This is actually true. I'm sitting there with JP, and I'm reading this commercial about Twin Borough, this new restaurant in Oakmont. And one of my boys, JK, who owns like, how many? Is he own 9 of them?
9 now.
8 or 9. He's nuts.
It's hard to keep track.
Is it fair to say he's a restaurant savant?
Absolutely, 100%. Best in the business.
And you owned restaurants.
Yeah.
So you know, man, it's like this weird life in a blender, right?
It's unimaginable. It's nothing what you think it is.
And every day is this new insane crisis. The cooler breaks, right? A waitress has pneumonia. A waiter stole $8,000 from the bar. You know what I'm saying? But somehow he manages 8 or 9 restaurants.
Discipline, man. He's disciplined.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's very.
You watched him.
I mean, he's habitual. He has great habits, and he knows the recipe.
And like, I am biased because I love him, but that Twin Borough place is amazing.
Oh, the transfusion slushy, best. It's the best.
Well, the beauty of that restaurant is, so you got adult slushies on the wall.
Yeah.
And then your kids are sitting there eating homemade shakes and these insane, you know what I'm saying, the smash burger. There's a brilliance to him, right?
Oh, absolutely. Those shakes are the best, too. Like, he knows exactly how to make even his cocktails at his other restaurants. They're all first class.
And so you've run a bunch of, what is it about him that allows him to succeed in probably the worst business on earth?
Probably his habits. He doesn't drink or party. So, I mean, that's a big one. Yeah. I mean, a lot of bad bar owners and restaurant owners, they're in there drinking, slugging it out, where he's, you know, you even said it. He gets he starts his day at midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah, that's when his day starts.
And he pays people well?
Pays them real well. They don't leave. His employee retention's huge.
A woman came over, we were at one of his new restaurants, and she said he let her create the whole menu, which, I mean, he lets them do this stuff. I know we're getting off track here, but you think the way he does, taking care of customers and success driven, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's client experience focused. I mean, every restaurant you go into it's a client, it's an experience.
Wow. And you feel that way? Do you go over customers? Like, do you find out what the customer thought of your people and your service?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have over 1,000 5-star Google reviews, but like, I mean, every business has a couple 1 or 2 stars. But you know, I'm the point of contact. Like, when I see that, I call them and I have conversations, and then I thank them for their time. Like, that's the only way we're going to grow. So, I mean, things are going to go south in any business on certain jobs. So, but it's really understanding that. And they sometimes they remove the 1 star or whatever, but sometimes they don't. But they're still appreciative that, you know, someone reached out to understand why and what went wrong and how we could coach our team to be better. So.
My man, it's a pleasure meeting you. You have that rare quality of enthusiasm, a passion, and expertise, and it's deadly and successful.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
We're going to start doing some things together because I feel like we could really make a difference.
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Man. And then, you know, JK. Uh-oh. What's the slushy called?
Transfusion.
It's hysterical. JK. All right, folks, Colin is next. Go get it.
20. Listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things